Hello, and welcome to episode 11 of the Rogue Hunters podcast. We have the same three boys here this week, that being Brian,
Hello.
Waves,
Yo.
and myself being the third boy, Snickle. We've got a few topics to discuss this week, ranging from a God of War patch on the PlayStation 5 to our 2020 PlayStation wrap-up, some Reddit news, and also a random topic at the end of the podcast. There will be timestamps down in the description below, so if you want to skip to any of those specific discussion points, we will have those as like a little clickable time. Also, down in the description below of the podcast, you'll find links to all of our socials and any other articles that we are using for these talking points if you want to kind of follow along with us. Also, in the comments below, let us know what your 2020 PlayStation wrap-up is. We'll have a link to that down in the description below. But anyway, with all of that shameless plugging out of the way, let's get into what we've been playing this week. Do you want to start, Brian?
Of course. I got the Platinum and Sly Cooper, and the Thievius Raccoonus.
Nice.
And I got the 100% in Marvel Spider-Man. So that game is 100% done.
Nice. So you finished that up.
Yep.
How was it going back to do the New Game Plus on the hardest difficulty?
Oh, it's simple because you got all your powers, like all the upgrades and all that. And you could just fly through and just do the story missions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just put on from what I remember from playing the PS4, when you just turn on the first upgrade and you always get the triangle circle execution.
Yeah. Pretty much. And if you're waiting and you gotta wait sometimes for the next main story mission to pop up. So what I did, I just went and grabbed one of the backpacks or something random in they're up there for collectible wise, grabbed one of those, and then the next story mission usually popped up right after.
Yeah, that's nice though.
But
I
think it only took me about 5 hours.
Oh, okay, so that's real short. Yeah, I was gonna say I like when I kind of like when the New Game Plus, I know that all New Game Pluses are supposed to let you keep the powers and everything, but what was it? Horizon was like that. Where you literally got to keep everything that you had, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But you could literally fly through it in 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, and if you if you're smart enough and do the DLC first, you get some of the better weapons too.
Yeah, that's true as well. That's a good point.
It's your first time playing Sly Cooper, right?
Not this one. I've actually played this one a couple years ago. Actually, everything past this will be new for me. Actually.
That's exciting.
So I've actually never played Sly 2 or Sly 3 or anything, so...
Man, I envy you, because, Sly Cooper is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. I kind of wish I could find, a hard copy so I could just play it on the 3 and not on through now, but...
Are those hard to find?
No, I was going to say they're not hard to find. You should be able to get them on
They're not hard
Amazon.
to find. They're just a little expensive. They're $30, I think, the last time I checked.
Wow.
$30?
Those were expensive for a while, and then they shot down, and then I guess they're going back up. I picked up a few months back. I picked up the Sly collection on the Vita, along with the Sly 4 as well.
I'm on Amazon right now. The Sly collection is going for $60.
Yeah, you may be able to.
And then Sly Cooper to Thieves in Time was at number the fourth one, I think, right?
Yeah, Sly 4.
That's
ranged from $40 to $23 to $90.
Damn.
You know what sucks about Sly on the Vita?
What's that?
The third game is a download, so the first 2 games are on the cartridge, but you have to download the third game, and the only way you get to download the third game is if you have the code. So if you buy it used, you have to buy the third game separately, I think.
Oh my god, that's so disgusting. Holy shit.
That's stupid.
That makes me sick. I'll give you this insight, Brian. I don't know if you know about this, and I guess this will be for other people too. If you want to try to find cheaper PS3 games, the way you do it is you go onto eBay, and don't search for just the game. You search for a lot, and then a lot of them will allow you to buy games separately, and typically in the lot, since they're trying to sell like 500 games, they have them like pretty like reasonably priced.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I've been looking at the lots, so
Yeah.
Huh. I should try that then.
But like, if you're ever looking for like I'm assuming PS4 games are going to be like that soon. But like, if you're looking for like PS3 games, I mean, obviously like really hard to find ones, you probably won't get like Africa or like stupid shit like that. But like, you may be able to find a Sly collection because that game isn't like super. It's not like super rare.
Right. It's nothing like Saw 2 or anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, just remember, if you're gonna do the Sly trilogy and Sly 4, make sure you do Sly mini games because you have to do that. And
well, yeah, that's why I was happy when I saw now that it had the Sly collection, so it has the mini games. Now, when I'm looking on PSMP,
I was about to say you forgot the best one, Bentley's Hack Pack.
I didn't want to mention it.
Now,
I didn't want to mention it.
That?
How do you get that?
Yeah, is that like on the?
You buy it digitally.
I have
the PSN store.
I have it. I have the connections.
I might have to borrow your account.
It's on my. It's only that is only buyable on the EU PSN store.
Really?
But you can't buy it on the PSN store anymore?
No, you can, but it's only the EU. It was only an EU release. So.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So.
I swear I saw that
America.
like North America before.
I've not seen it, and if it was up there, it's delisted. I ended up buying it on the EU store. I have like a few games that I've bought like that I have on like an EU account.
Okay.
And that's one of them. But yeah, I was gonna talk about Bentley's Hack Pack because that game is basically the equivalent of like the worst part of every single one of those games, which is the Bentley hacking, and it's stupid.
I only had to do it once in Sly 1, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I hate this. This is stupid.
Yeah,
if we don't count like Bentley's Hack Pack, I have the Sly series done.
Nice.
Oh, you have them doubled up, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to. I would go back and do them. I would probably play them on the TV, but I would go back and do them. No, that's cool that you're like that you're gonna be able to experience Sly 2 and 3 for the first time. I played the shit out of those games when I was younger. Like,
especially like 3. I remember doing that like boat mini game a shit ton of times, like as a kid.
Yeah, growing up, I played a lot of Jack and Daxter and like Jack 2 and 3. I remember playing those a lot, but I never really got into Sly. So
yeah,
but
Sly for like the longest time was low key like kind of underrated.
I can see why. I did enjoy it, you know. So
because like everyone like talked about Jack and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank, but like for a certain time, like not a lot of people talked about Sly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I personally like out of those 3 like mascot games from like the PS2 era, I personally enjoy Sly way more than all of them.
Yeah, I was just about to say like I've not even played through Jack and Daxter or like Ratchet and Clank, which like I'm excited to play through them at some point. It'll probably be a game like I add to like a rotation or something, but like I so many memories.
I've never played through all the Ratchet and Clanks either. Like I just basically did like the first one, that was it. But I really do want to play through all of them. Same with me, Snickle. I do want to put that into like a rotation for something.
Yeah, that would be like I mean, I don't know if you would get burnt out if you did it, but like an interesting rotation would be to do like the trifecta of the PS2 like mascots, like Sly, Ratchet, and Jack and Daxter, and literally just keep rotating them, but they're all like the same style of game, so I would think you would get burnt out.
Well, right now, the way I'm doing it for this rotation, it's Sly, Tomb Raider, and Spider-Man games.
Yeah, that's a good one. Are you gonna do are you gonna do the PS2 Spider-Man games if you can find them? PS3.
Yes, I've been looking for them right now. I've been looking for the last week, actually, for some of them.
I will warn you. The hardest one to find, the hardest and most expensive one to find, is Amazing Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 4.
I've actually found that one.
But it was probably
That's
expensive.
the one I've
wasn't
seen
it?
the most.
Hold on. We both talked at the same time. It was. I found that one on eBay actually.
Yeah,
I've seen the Amazing Spider-Man 2 on PS4 like way more
Yeah.
than any of the other consoles.
Well,
it's out there, but the price point of it is
the thing
a
that
lot
sucks
higher.
about it is that game was only $20, and then Marvel Spider-Man got announced, and that shot that game up in price.
Yeah, that is true as well. I mean, any of the PS3 ones are kind of they can be kind of difficult to find, but yeah, that's
Picked up that one Shattered Dimensions. I remember
That's
when they
pretty
announced
hard to find as well, actually. Or
that
expensive.
one. That one was like funny because like out of nowhere one day like Sony put out like a trailer for it and it was releasing on the PS3 like it was like 2016 I think, and not 2016, 2015 or 2014, one of those 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And it was like $20 and then it got like delisted immediately, but I was able to like pick it up before it got
Nice.
delisted.
Yeah, I don't have them stacked. Like, I don't have Amazing Spider-Man on, like, the Vita. I don't know if I would do that if I was to, like, do these, or do all the Spider-Man games, but yeah, they, I don't know. They definitely went up in price, and they're, like, hard to find now because of, Marvel Spider-Man doing so good.
Yeah, well, the way I have, like, the next couple, like, rotation games set up, like, this time it's, like, Sly Cooper. Next time it's going to be Jack and Daxter. The next rotation, I'll replace them with either Ratchet and Clank or Infamous.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
And that's all. That's what I'm just going to do. I'm just going to... Each rotation will get on one of those series.
Yeah. Because like I said, if you were to do those
Interior.
back-to-back, or if you were to do them in the same rotation, you would, like, burn yourself out. That's, like, one thing that I do, like, when I try to, like, do, like, the rotation is, like, I mean, I know that you can't really plan it around, like, certain games, but, like, having them be, like, different genres is, like, helpful, because if you just play, like, all open-world games, you get burnt out by that, or if you play, like, all, like, platforming games, you get burnt out by that, so...
Right. Oh, that's why I kind of like this rotation, because it's Sly Cooper followed by Tomb Raider, then Spider-Man, so...
Yeah, that's nice. I need to play the new Spider-Man game. Still haven't touched that.
You haven't played the new Spider-Man game yet?
Nope.
Which one, Miles Morales or Marvel Spider-Man?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, both of them. I don't know. I typically don't I honestly don't go near like new games, and like with the whole rotation thing recently, I just haven't really been. I've been trying to just focus on the games that I've been doing with like some stuff on the side. So.
Oh, you'll be touching on newer games soon.
I'm gonna be touching
he's
a few
getting-
newer games soon.
It's getting close to that Jedi Fallen Order.
I'm getting close. Yeah, I'm getting close to the new Star Wars and the new. Well, I'm gonna be in the new Hitman era. Next game, so.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We will be in
And then,
the next generation.
And then me and you be doing that shooter game that me and you've been talking about.
Oh, yep.
The secret.
That's pretty new. Yep, we can't say. Only Waves knows.
Only I hold the keys to the kingdom.
I mean, I don't know if it's the kingdom, but yeah.
Yeah, but Waves should really join us with that game.
I'm not gonna play that game. I low key like want to do. I don't know why I'm saying low key a lot lately, but
Because
I want to
you're
do
low-key.
because I'm low key. I'm low tier god. No
huh?
I wanna do Spider-Man, but those amazing, like, first of all, those Amazing Spider-Man games are ass to begin with, and they cost expensive. I mean, they're very expensive.
I will admit, playing games with Snickle the last year has made me play a lot of shitter games, but I understand why he does them, because they could be bad, but for a fun reason they're bad. I don't know.
I heard the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a little good, but I heard Amazing Spider-Man 1 is just bad.
I could have picked up Amazing Spider-Man 2 before it came out, but the guy at GameStop talked me out of it. He's like, how about you get a better game? I'm like, oh, okay.
Damn. Man
And then
lost.
he told her to get Anthem instead.
Man lost a pre-order. Like, that's fucking wild that someone at GameStop would do that.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone at GameStop do that.
If you told me that like a year ago, I wouldn't have believed you. No, but
I remember when
go ahead, please.
I was gonna say I remember when like Just Cause 4 was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time I went to GameStop, hey man, you should really get this Just Cause 4 game. Hey man, you should really get this Just Cause 4 game. I was like, you ask me this every single time I come in. No, I'm not gonna get that game.
You should have said I have 2 copies of Just Cause 2. Isn't the same thing? I put them together. If Just Cause 2 was so good, where's Just Cause 2, huh?
Exactly. See, Snickle knows.
That's the high IQ question that you got to ask them all the time. Go into GameStop and ask them that. If Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor was so good, where's Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor 2, huh?
I don't think I've
It's
been
called
in
Shadow
that
of
GameStop
War.
since like 2019.
Yeah, I haven't been in GameStop for like a minute, just because I haven't really been like collecting games. And
I went there about a couple weeks ago, and that's where I picked up a few games, but there are PS3 games.
yeah, they don't carry like PS3 shit anymore. Like, I love going in there and like looking at the wall of PS3 games and the $5 bin and the like. That was fun to me. Now you don't do. I mean, I guess you have it for PS4 now, but
All you got now in my GameStop is like 4 shelves of PS3 games, and I've been through them all and took all the good ones already. So now I gotta go to a different GameStop to do that.
My GameStop has the PS3 games in sleeves now.
Ooh, mine are still in cases.
yeah, mine. The last time I went, they were in sleeves. But like the way they do the PS4 games, I haven't been since like the PS5 came out. But the way they would do the PS4 games, which I never understood, this was like they would have. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I don't know. They would always put like the new games out on the actual shelves, like facing forward. But then if the used games were like in the corner over there, like all like lined up. And then the thing that always pissed me off was like if you bought a new game from there, they would put that fucking sticker on the front of it. Like they wouldn't even give you a sealed version. They would put a sticker on it. And I heard why they do that. And like they're skeezy for that.
I had that happen to my Onimusha Warlords one.
Wow, your guys'
And then-
GameStop are different than mine.
Well, that GameStop where I got Onimusha at was when I was still living on campus.
Okay.
So it's not like the GameStop I frequently go to, but that sticker, don't even try to take it off because it's got like super adhesive or something.
See, I don't get the sealed version. I get the sealed copy every time if it's brand new.
I don't get why they do that. I've heard that if you just say you want a sealed copy, they have to give it to you. But like the reasoning behind why they do that is so fucking dumb. Because basically they do that because people who work at GameStop are allowed to play the games early.
Right.
So like when they get them in, they're allowed to take them home and play them. So those copies that you get are ones that they've taken home and played.
Yeah, see, the GameStop I go to, every copy I ever gotten was sealed. But maybe because I was cool with the manager there, the store manager. Me and her were really, really cool. Because she used to give me, like, heads up on, like, everything coming in and all that, so.
Yeah.
The GameStop that, like, I frequent, I'm cool with the manager. I've still had my moments there, like when he's not there though. So
yeah, I used to go to this. Yeah. I used to go to this one GameStop by me, like all the time, and like the same. I'm assuming it was like the manager. He was like always there when I went, and I don't know. I would just like always talk about stuff, and then at one point I went to this one GameStop one time, and I was trying to. It was the GameStop I went to that was selling Africa, because. I don't know, I just like randomly went on GameStop one day to see like if they had one around me as like a joke, and they literally had one like 10 miles from me. So I was like, I'm gonna go buy this. So I went in there and I was looking on the shelves and I couldn't find it, and I had to like go up and ask them at the counter. Apparently they were like leaving it like in a locked drawer or something.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, so then the guy was like, well, like, how did you even know what this is? And then I was telling him that, like, oh, I collect games and everything. And he was like, oh, we have all these, like, extra steel books in the back. Do you want them? And then he was, like, just giving me free steel books. I was like, okay, cool. I'll take them.
The GameStop I used to go to where I was really cool with the manager, she ended up quitting. I didn't know she quit. So I went up there. I'm like, hey, what's her, whatever her name is. She's like, oh, no, she quit. She's no longer with the company. I'm like, did she get fired? Or or whatever. Like, well, we can't really say, but she left on her own accord. I'm like, okay.
Oh.
Like, then I'll continue shopping here. And the guy's like, then he's sitting there, he's like, well, how much business do you do? And I showed, and he's like, holy crap, you do a lot of business with us. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what are you in for? I'm like, I'm going to reserve the basic edition of Borderlands 3. He's like, well, you do a lot of collectibles. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, how about would you like to pre-order the big edition? I'm like, well, I don't got the money for it. He's like, I'll put the so much money down. Just keep shopping here. I'm like, okay.
He said, y'all are, you helping
Yo,
me.
really? I've never had that happen.
Yeah.
You funding the store for me.
Yeah, well...
You're basically keeping the store alive.
Yeah, like, when I showed up for that release night, I had work, so I couldn't do the midnight release. So I showed up the day after I got off work, and the people were like, yeah, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, I'm here to pick up my copy of Borderlands. He's like, oh, which one? She's like, oh, you're the one. They're like, oh, and they went and grabbed it. And it's a big ass box. Like, you're like the only one in 50 miles that ordered one. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, okay.
I've only ever tried to go to one midnight release of a game, and surprisingly, it got canceled because of a blizzard, and it was for Dying Light.
Damn, I went to the midnight release for God of War 2018. And I remember being in line with this stupid dumbass. He's like, I don't even know why we all showed up. We can't play the game until midnight. And we looked at him like, what are you talking about? You're getting a hard copy of the game. Yeah, but you can't play till midnight. Like, no, you can pop that bitch in as soon as you get home and play the game.
That's true.
There's no online, you dumbass.
Actually, no, I lied. I told a little white lie. I went to the midnight release for Elder Scrolls Online as well. That was a shit show.
I've been able to go to a couple midnight releases, but what's funny is that I usually go to the midnight releases, but a lot of people that are there for a different reason. Yeah. I went to the midnight release for Uncharted, the one with Chloe. I forget the name of it.
Lost Legacy.
Lost Legacy, yeah. I went to that one, and but everybody was there for the new Madden because they were coming out at the same time.
Of course.
And
let's see. I did a midnight release for Red Dead 2, God of War, and then Spider-Man. No, I went the day after Spider-Man because I had to work the next day.
Back in high school, I actually had a friend that worked at GameStop, and he would get me he would pre-order me newer games and pay the $5 deposit. I guess he would just they would just take it out of themselves. I don't fucking know, but I used to be able to get games for basically $5 off pre-order. I only did it a few times, but it was interesting.
I mean, if you know someone there and you're really good friends with them, they can hook you up really good. I remember getting a steelbook for free, and one time they gave me a hat for free and stuff like that. It's small stuff sometimes, but
yeah, when they're throwing shit away, I mean they literally throw that shit in the dumpster and move on.
Oh, yeah. So. Oh, and I went to the Assassin's Creed Odyssey midnight release, and then I got Shadow of the Tomb Raider Steelbook Edition while I was there for $20.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I didn't mention Assassin's Creed first this time. Can we put that on record? Put that one on record. Episode 11, Snickle did not mention Assassin's Creed first tonight.
It took 11 weeks, but it finally happened.
It finally happened. No, but back to your point that you were talking about earlier, Brian, with shitter games. I never, me personally, I never want to force anyone to play shit games.
Right.
If you didn't want to play Enemy Front, I'm not going to force you to play it. That game's fucking hot garbage. But
it is.
Then why are we playing it?
Well, because
it's about the friendship connection that we have.
You don't have to play it if you don't want to. I mean, you already got it on your list, joking, so you probably should finish it, but...
And you can basically have 2 copies of the game right now, so...
Yeah, exactly.
I've only got one now.
Oh, yeah, because his now... Did your now run out?
Yeah, my now ran out.
Damn, that's disappointing.
Well, we still got 4 people. So,
yeah.
Or 4, so...
But, the other reason why I like it's not, there are some shitter games that, actually aren't shitters that are actually, kind of good. These certified, low-key slappers, as we say around here. Games like Jurassic the Hunted, where, you wouldn't even think about playing the game. But, kind of good.
Godfather 2, you know.
Yeah, Godfather 2. Like there's a bunch of them, and I'm gonna be playing like a bunch more obviously in the future. But another reason why I play them, like me personally, is it really like expands your vision on like how good games actually are.
Yeah.
And that's why like you can like look at a game like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, for instance, and say, yeah, like, is this game good? Yeah, not really. Like the core like aspect of the game is not good. It's repetitive. Like, does it look good? Yeah. But is it a good game? No. I mean, there's games that look way worse than it, like way older than it, that are like way better. But like when you play these shit games, you realize that. And there's some shit games where they look and play like dog shit, but they have a good narrative. Or you have games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey that look phenomenal, but they have a dog shit narrative. So it's like,
right,
you kind of get a view of like everything. And like I just try to look for games that like, or play games that like a lot of people just don't even like, wouldn't even think about.
Well, to me, and it actually like diversifies your trophy list too. Like, not these are some shit games that not everybody's gonna fucking play, you know?
Yeah, that's true as well. I mean, I don't like truly in my free time. I don't look through people's trophy lists, but like if I do, like it does get annoying to see like the same thing over and over and over and over again. But if you're scrolling through and you're like, hold on, you have enemy front done. Like, is it shit? Yeah, but god damn, like you did this.
Not everybody has it though, you know?
Yeah, so. Well, that's good.
It's something unique that pops out on the list. That's all.
I've never bought a game for trophies, so you know. No, I'm kidding. I mean, yeah.
My name is Mayo.
No. I was trying to experience the narrative. I have never dressed a mayo jar up as a cowboy ever before in my life, so I just wanted to see what that was about.
Bra.
Exactly. I've never experienced that, so I mean, I could go downstairs
or play Flappy Bird.
Yeah, I mean, I could go downstairs and slap it on the Hellmans right now, but like, I don't want to do that. So,
yeah, I mean, playing some shitters will help you appreciate some good games, but
oh yeah, like Astro's.
But I don't have like,
game.
Yeah, I don't have time like that, so I'd just rather play games I'd rather play.
Waves just plays the good games that are said to be good.
Yeah, like Just Cause 4.
Exactly. But it sounds like good progress. You've made some very good progress this week or last
this
week.
whole month, Brian's just been one after another, just like
yeah, he's been slapping that shit around this month. So
I guess this last month now.
I think I put out a tweet of like how much I actually got done in the last like month.
Dude, the craziest thing that I find between it, because I was thinking about this like even like last night when I was like gonna boot up the next game that I was gonna play, was because I was talking about it with Waves a few nights ago, and I was like, I kind of feel like doing like a racing game or something, but now I like couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, and I was like, that the whole point of the rotation is so that when you finish a game, you don't have to think about the next game you're playing.
Right.
You know you're going to go play that next. Like,
that's why I've been liking about my rotation, how I've been doing everything, because I just go right to the next one, and I think that's what helped. Like, I got bored one day at work, and I did like the math of what I did this in January. I locked 345 trophies, got the 100% in 7 games, unlocked 8 platinums, got 30 gold, 75 silver, and 232 bronze.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, holy crap, I put in a lot of hours in trophy hunting.
Yeah, it's crazy numbers. I definitely think that the rotation thing can definitely help, because I don't know about you guys, but me personally, like when I finish a game, especially a game that you like invest so much time into, it's hard to like when you finish it to be like, what's next?
Right.
Like it's almost like you don't want to move on to the next thing, where like if you have a rotation of games, or at least not a rotation, you don't have to have a rotation. If you're at least thinking of the next game that you want to play before you finish, or like while you're finishing the game up that you're doing, it can help with like the transition. Because I know Waves knows what games he wants to play next, like after he like, you know, before he platinums his games, which helps.
Right.
But I think doing the rotation makes you not even have to think about it. Like You're doing your 3-game rotation. You know when you get done Tomb Raider, you're going right back to whatever. And when you get done that, you're going right, or when you get done Tomb Raider, you go into a Spider-Man game. When you get done a Spider-Man game, you're going to a Sly Cooper game. When you get done a Sly Cooper game, you're back to like, you know that those are going to be, that's the order that you're going to be playing your games.
And I'll probably throw in like just a random game here and there, you know, like after Tomb Raider, I'm going to take a break, like 1 game break from the rotation, and I'm thinking either Concrete Genie, Control. I don't know yet. I haven't really decided, but I'll do something like that just to break up the, you know, like the same thing, and then go back into it.
Yeah, and like that's perfectly fine too, because you're at least thinking about what you're going to play next. So you know when you finish Tomb Raider, you're going to be playing one of these 2 games. I just think so many people. I mean, I don't know if this can like really relate to everybody, but like I know that that's something that I personally struggle with, especially when it was games where like I was spending so much time doing the multiplayer. And like investing so much time into it. Like when I finished Far Cry 2, and I'm like, I literally have been investing my life into this for the past, you know, like week, or like Killzone 2. It's like, well, what's next? Like, it can almost be like hard to kind of like get to the next step.
Right. Like, I don't know what's going to be next. It's going to depend on how I feel. You know, I had a feeling for Resident Evil last month. Maybe it's going to be Resident Evil. Maybe I'll do Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, RE is going to come back to haunt me.
RE's going to come back to haunt all of us.
Everyone's doing RE right now.
Dude, RE is going to come back to haunt me because I literally ask people what series they want to see in the rotation, and that's what I get all the time. Oh, do RE. Oh my fucking god, dude. I got to do RE. Like, god damn, that's going to take me
RE's like a lot of games, too.
It is, and it's going to take me like 5 years to get it done, but I mean, like...
That's not even counting like
Umbrella Corps,
like like the shitter like multiplayer games, like just
a new multiplayer game coming out too. So
yeah, like
well, like if you look at it, so RE, I mean, obviously you have your named games, so you have 4 or 5. Well, you have 2. Well, I guess you have 1 technically. So you have 1, 2, 3.
We have 0,
4,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And then you go, and then you have, and then you talk about your shitters. You have Umbrella Corps and Resistance. Then you have 0. You have to play 0 because it's a prequel. Then you got Code Veronica X 2 times, 1 a platinum, 1 a 100%. Then you got, if you're gonna stack them, you have to do 4, 5, and 6 2 times each. Then you get into the Chronicle games, which there's 2 of those. Then you get into the then you're getting into Revelations, which there's Revelations 1 and Revelations 2, which you have to do Revelations 2 times and Revelations 2 3 times, and then you have to do
the Vita,
the worst of the worst. Well, not really. I'm pulling its leg, but Operation Raccoon City would be like
right.
But it's so much, and it's not necessarily so much when it comes down to RE, but I think it's a lot of multiplayer to do as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so much time you have to sink into the multiplayer. I haven't even finished the multiplayer for RE5 or RE6, which I've started both of them. It's just it takes so, and it's mindless. That's the one thing. Like it's not even like entertaining to do. The game isn't like so bad that you can laugh at it. Like it's just not entertaining to do.
I'm like curious to see how many games Resident Evil has on the like PSMP series.
23.
23 games.
1,007 trophies. Oh my god. And that's going to be going up in 2 months, I think, right? 2,
so
3
not
months?
counting stacks, you'd have to do on...
You would just count the stages, 14.
Yeah, I'm dumb. You'd have to do 15. No, 16 technically with
yes.
the multiplayer up above.
Yeah. So you'd have to do 16 if you did Umbrella Corps and Resistance, but
and you can't boost Resistance, and that's
it's
the hard part there.
The thing is, this is the thing about RE is I know that they're like, other than 5 and 6, I know that like RE, like every RE game you play is going to be like fun. Like I remember playing RE5 back in the day, like when I first like played it ever, and I was just like, this is like awful. And like everyone has the platinum and 100% in it, and it's just like it's just so boring and shit. And then RE6 just is like notoriously known for being like a hunk of shit. So
5 and 6 you have to play with a friend. Like, you will not find enjoyment playing those by yourself, I feel.
I played it by myself for maybe like an hour or two, and then I was like, yeah, I can't. Like, it was literally putting me to sleep. I couldn't do it. So
6 mechanically, like, for me, has like some fun stuff you can like fuck around with. But there's only like so much you can fuck around with the game.
well,
until
yeah.
you get bored of it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I have some games that I definitely want to throw into my rotation, and I may even throw in like some shorter series games like Just Cause, or like, I don't know. I've been thinking about like, well, maybe not throwing into the series or like the rotation, but like finishing up like the Infamous games.
There you go.
Or like doing like things that people don't even know about, like doing like you're doing like all the Spider-Man games, starting with the PS3 ones. Like, who the fuck's gonna do that? But
Me.
yeah, Yakuza has also been one that people have been saying, which like, and then
You're welcome.
another small one that I want to try is doing Neo. So
Neo's fun.
yeah, just throwing it in, doing Neo 1, Neo 2, and then whenever I get a PS5, doing them
There you go.
again. I don't know. Soul style game sounds fun right now.
So that's what I've been playing.
Okay, nice.
37 minutes in.
Nice little discussion.
Blaze, what have you been playing, buddy?
I finished Persona 5 Royal, the game I dedicated my entire month to.
Nice.
Holy shit! Congrats.
It's so much fun, and like, I'm a sucker for like bombastic like final bosses and stuff. It just reminds me so much of like playing games on the PS2 and stuff. I miss bombastic like final bosses, but that game was really good. I also started up Persona 4 Golden because I'm still like riding that high right now.
Might as well keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled out the PSN TV for it.
Hey, mine's always hooked up, ready to go.
Since I pulled out the PSN TV, I decided to give God of War, Challenge of the Gods, another try.
Ugh.
It glitched on me again.
Oh, you're kidding me.
All right.
No.
Is this like a common thing that happens? I've not read into like the forms of this game, but like, is it a common thing, or like?
Apparently, it's bad. It's worse on the not the PS2, on the second game.
Okay.
But on the first game, there's 2 trophies that notoriously don't pop, which is the Challenge of the Gods one, and I think it's the speedrun one. And throughout the entire thing, you can never put your Vita to sleep. You can never like go to the home screen to check your trophies or anything like that, because if you do, it'll not work. It'll just not work anymore.
Like, while you're going for the trophies, or like while you're just playing the game?
While you're just playing the game.
So you literally have to do it in one sitting.
Like, I mean, you can save it and then close the app. But like, if I'm doing Challenge of the Gods, and I get to like stage 7, if I go to the home screen or like put my Vita to sleep, it'll glitch the trophy, and if I get to the top and finish it, it won't pop for me.
Did you do this both times you went for it?
The second time I went for it, I made sure to not like turn the Vita off or anything, and it still didn't pop for me, so I'm just giving up on it.
I don't blame you. I really don't.
That's really strange.
And then apparently for God of War 2, it's possible for like story trophies to not pop if you like exit out to the PS Vita menu or whatever we call it.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
And but yeah, that's what I've been playing. I plan to do Persona 4 Golden next, which I don't think will be that long for me because I already know the story and I've already done everything else, so I can just skip through it.
Nice.
And I'm like struggling to see if I'll do something else. I'm probably just gonna put my efforts on that because I've also got like projects and stuff to do.
Yeah,
But
that's fair enough.
I turned on my PS5 to download Control. I remembered why I like can't play that game because I don't even think like the game's boring or anything like that. I just fall asleep. Like every single time I turn on that game, my brain is just like it's time to go to sleep. Like I generally like the environment and everything and like the weird like vibe it has and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like for some reason, it even happens like when I turn it on my PC because I bought it on PC a while ago. Every single time, I just have this need to fall asleep.
That's awful.
I can't wait to play it.
I'm looking at it right now. Why? I see it has like a regular game and a Japan stack, but then on the PS5 it got a North America and EU stack along with a Japan stack. Like what?
I don't know. Oh, the other game I was planning on doing, by the way, which is probably like crazy of me for wanting to do it, is Catherine.
That's a long game.
Catherine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On the 3 or the 4?
I should do the 3 one since I already have that one on my list, but I also have the 4 one on my list. I don't know. We'll see.
That's a big one.
I want to do all the P Studio games, which is like the studio that made Persona, so. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
I mean, more power to you, Waves.
Right.
What have you been playing, Snickle?
Not too much actually. So I got the platinum. I got the platinum in Hitman Absolution on a PS3. Which was quite
nice.
Interesting to finish. I think I talked about this last podcast, but I don't know. I had like this spite against Hitman Absolution because of everything that I heard about like it doesn't play like a Hitman game and blah 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 blah. But I mean, I can see it, but it's still a fun game because it's kind of the introduction to like the stupid AI that you see in like the newer style games on the PS4 and PS5. So like it's just very interesting to see like how stupid the AI is and like you're finally able to kind of like throw things and kill people like funny ways and set up like really funny like executions or assassinations, I guess. Which like there was all that stuff back in like Hitman 2, Contracts and Blood Money, but I feel like those games were much more serious when it came down to like assassinating people, where like Absolution kind of like is starting to take on like more of like the funny role that you see in like it's kind of embracing that it's a video game and not like a Hitman simulator almost, which I think is like more fun.
Doesn't like Absolution have more of a like serious kind of like vibe to like its story though?
I mean, the story, yes. The story is definitely like a more personal, like I guess all the stories are kind of personal. They may not like seem personal, but like they're tied back at the end to being something personal, where like Absolution kind of starts very personal and stays personal, and like the story is definitely like serious, but just like when you play the game, it's like very funny, like just how stupid the AI is, or like just doing things in the game, setting kills up. Like that's where like the stupid kills come in, which is like, honestly, I think that that's better than like having like a very serious playing game where like it's hyper realistic to like people being like aware of what you're doing and everything. But I think people like, that's what people didn't like about Absolution, was that it wasn't like hyper realistic like the old games. But the best way that I can explain it is if you've ever played, if you were playing Assassin's Creed up to when Assassin's Creed 4 came out, and then you played Assassin's Creed 4, everybody says that Assassin's Creed 4 is a shit Assassin's Creed game, but a good pirate game. That's kind of like how Hitman Absolution is, where it plays like a very like shit Hitman game compared to the games before, but it's just like overall like a fun game to play.
Okay.
But yeah, I finished that up. That was nice. I started working on Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy last night, I guess.
Okay.
And I made Darth Talon as my character with a purple lightsaber. So yeah, I'm starting to play through that. I haven't earned any trophies, but I've already done the multiplayer for that. Waves, Andrew and I did it back in the day, so just gotta play through the game. Which, by the way, Waves, I was reading through this. I don't know if you know this. So the reason why Jedi Academy is so much rarer than Jedi Outcast is not only because it has multiplayer, but because you actually have to play on the hardest difficulty. You can't cheese it. So that's why that platinum's like sub 10%. So that's going to be fun. And then I'm surprised Waves didn't mention it, but we started working on a game called Dark Awake, which is notoriously known for having very good names for its trophies. So we're working on that. We got done.
Is that the Blondes one?
Yeah, that's where like they named the bronze trophy blondes trophies, and there's silver trophies are called silver. There's silver trophies that are named gold, and then the gold trophy is gold. So
I love golds.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. But Waves and I finished up. There's two aspects to the multiplayer. You have to do ranked matches, and then you have to do player matches. We did the ranked matches, so we just have to finish the player matches up, and then the rest of it's just doing like the arcade mode.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know about you, Waves. I'm kind of surprised how good that game plays.
Like the online, I'm like surprised how like
well, yeah, not only
shit the online is.
Yeah, not only is like the online stable, but like just the way the game like plays itself. Like it's like a pretty solid like fighting game. It seems like.
Yeah, it's a solid like fighting game. I can definitely see like the 2004.
Just 100%.
Oh, it's just 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just a 100%. I mean, I don't think I would have played it if it wasn't for the trophy names, but yeah.
Wait, I wanted to ask real quick about Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
Did you start it yet, or did you just make your character?
So I basically like last night I started it. I made my character and I was playing through, and I was kind of just like looking through I was basically like reading the like what the people were saying for like the steps to play through. But then last night I kind of got caught up in like trying to fix my audio issue. So I did not like beat any levels or anything yet.
Jedi Academy is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm actually like really excited to play it. I was looking through the trophies and like I'm surprised like you don't have to find all the secrets. You only have to find one, and then it looks like there's just like a bunch of like really like not random trophies, but like I don't know, it looks like a good list.
Yeah, I think there's one for like getting killed by the guy from the second game.
Yeah, there's trophies for there's basically trophies for like defeating everybody, which by the way you can fight Boba Fett in this game, so that's going to be interesting. There's a trophy for beating Kyle Katarn, or Katarn. I guess that's
Katarn.
Yeah, Katarn. Kyle Katarn from the second game, and then there's a trophy for like letting all of them beat you, like getting defeated by Boba Fett, getting defeated by Kyle. Apparently he trains you at the beginning, so I don't know. I'm looking after the podcast. I may play it if we don't play Enemy Front, but I'm looking forward to playing it. I like how the rotation of the Star Wars games that I'm doing, like each one is kind of like different. They're not like the same thing over and over again.
Well, that makes it nice.
Yeah.
When is Star Wars Squadrons?
Star Wars Squadrons probably is going to be in 2 or 3 games, because after I do Jedi Academy, I'm probably going to do Jedi Fallen Order, and then I may do Episode 1 Racer. But Episode 1 Racer is easy, so I may do like Episode 1 Racer and Squadrons like back to back.
I think when Episode 1 Racer came out, there was like a glitch where you had to do the game in one setting because it would lose like all your stats after you closed it. I think they fixed it now. But...
I would believe it, but I also believe that there's a debug menu for it, which I'm going to probably not use.
Probably.
No, I probably won't use it. If the trophies are retarded, like, we'll see, but like, I don't know. I did Racer Revenge, so I'm not too worried about doing Episode 1 Racer. Just
there's also
put it that way.
One game. There's also one game I forgot to mention for my games.
What? Oh, I know what it is.
It's the game where Snickle and I became best friends.
The Goatee.
Need for Speed: The Run.
Aw.
I don't know why you started to play that out of every game to play. Waves was telling me last night, like, he was trying to tell me that as I was, like, going to bed. He's like, I'm playing a game that, like, it's the first game we ever boosted together. And I was like, huh? And then he told me, and I was like, my first thought was, damn, that's the first game we boosted together? And then my second thought is, why the hell is Waves playing Need for Speed The Run right now? Like, what?
I still gotta finish all those challenges, you know?
How many did you get any done?
I got 2 of them done. So when I stopped playing, it was because I did those same challenges like 20 times and I could never get them. This time I did it 3 times. I did both of them on my 3rd try, basically.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not bad.
And I got 2 trophies in it. But
that's not bad. You beat the game, right?
Yeah, I got finished the game on the hardest difficulty trophy already. Which you can like kind of cheese it, but
yeah, can't you just like do the final race?
Yeah, you just have to do the final race on it. But playing that game again just reminded me how bad I am at racing games.
Nah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here. Need for Speed The Run, it plays like a shitter. Like it
I
truly
forgot
plays
how
like
like
a shitter.
weird it played. Like it just plays so fucking weird. Like
the cars in
I feel
that
like
game
I'm like moving.
almost feel like they're on
weird.
rails.
Yeah.
Like, and that's one of the biggest complaints I've had about new Need for Speed games, like the newer ones that have come out. Now, granted, I haven't played Payback or Heat, but I've heard the same thing. I was hype for Need for Speed 2015, like the reboot. I was fucking hype. I was like, yo, they're adding customization back. They're doing like deep customization. They got like wide bodies. Like you like they gave like the ability to do like fitment and alignment on your cars, which like a lot of games don't let you do that. They'll be like, oh, here's a body kit, but your fucking rims are 2 feet inside your car, so it looks like shit. Like they had so many things in that game that I was like, this is awesome. Like this is amazing for like a car person. And then I played it, and I was like, why does this play like this? Like, this game plays so bad. And the game is like, I think I think Payback and Heat are like this too. The game, like, the cars are consistently wet. They're always wet. Like, it's like, I don't get it. Like, it'll be the middle of the day. Obviously, 2015 is not because it's at night. But, like, Payback, it'll be, like, the middle of the day and your car's wet. Like, what? Why?
It's because it's always raining.
It's not, though. It's not. They must be somewhere where it's, like, damp 24/7. Because that shit's inexcusable. But bringing up The Run, Waves and I are supposed to play the other Need for Speed games at some point, but he needs some...
As long as you're nice to him, yeah.
Well, no, he said he's going to do them anyway, but he needs some financial contributions because he just needs some help.
Because I'm fucking poor, dude.
I didn't want to say it.
I'm living off of PS Plus games right now. That's how poor I am.
That's sad. That's sad.
Damn.
Couldn't even pay for the year. I gotta pay monthly now.
Oh.
Look, I'm just trying to do Need for Speed Shift and Shift 2 with Waves. Because I need him, and then I'm going to help him with Rivals, but I need to redeem him from F1 2014.
We're going to start a GoFundMe for Waves so he could keep his trophy addiction going.
Honestly, I could stop playing game. I could stop buying games right now, and I would still have like enough for like a few years.
Oh yeah,
I'm probably the same. Like, I got about 4 years worth of games just sitting here, like, waiting to be played.
I think I calculated it one time when I had like nothing else to do, but I like took all the games that I owned, and then I averaged that like each platinum would take like 20 hours or something, or like 30 hours. And then I multiplied it out, and I was like, it was basically like, okay, so if I played all my games 24/7, never took a break for anything, never slept, never ate, never pissed, never did anything, just played games 24/7, it would have taken me like 10 years to play all my games or something like that.
Holy shit.
So is that counting just your physical copies, or is it also your digital one?
I think it was both, but like I don't know. I don't remember exactly like how I did it. And it may not have been 10 years. It may have been like a little bit under that. Maybe exaggerating a little bit, but it was like a long time. I was basically like, okay, well, I need to retire from my job right now and do nothing for the rest of my life.
Okay, Okun.
No, I wouldn't do that. But like, god damn, I was like, I can't even finish a series, let alone doing all this. Like, what the hell?
And technically, you could eat and shit. All you gotta do is just play on the Vita.
I mean, I could remote play, or I could just, I don't know, I could remote play from like a computer in the kitchen while I'm playing, or like while I'm eating.
Yeah. You can remote play on your phone now, so.
That's true. That is true. I kind of forgot about that. I found these crazy things a few weeks ago. I forget what I was looking for, but I was just in the rabbit hole on Amazon, and they make these weird fucking things that are basically do what like remote play does for your PlayStation, except they do it like on your home network. So you basically like plug your PlayStation, like you plug the HDMI into like a receiver, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have a HDMI that runs out of that receiver to like your TV, and then you go and you plug. There's a second receiver, and you go and you plug that receiver into like a TV, like in a different room, and it'll like transmit like what's on the PS4, like through the receiver. So you're still like streaming it. It's still like dependent on your internet. But I was like, yo, that's crazy. So like you could literally have your PS4 like upstairs in your bedroom or downstairs in your family room, and you wanted to like play it upstairs, and you would just buy like this receiver, HDMI receiver, and you could play it on the like whatever TV you wanted to.
I mean, you could, cool. But like the Bluetooth would not reach that far, like for your controller.
Well, yeah, it depends. It depends on like how far. Like if it's like super far away, like yeah, obviously it won't work. But I just thought that was interesting. I was like, you can literally. Because you could do that with like anything. You could plug like you could pay for like one cable box and plug it into like an HDMI receiver and then plug it into another TV. But then you get into the whole like Bluetooth thing, like you said, with like the remotes and everything, or like infrared or whatever.
Right.
But I just thought that was interesting.
That is.
I feel like the Bluetooth on the PS3 is better than the one on the 4 and the 5. Because like I can go from like outside of my house, and my PS3 controller will still be connected to my PS3.
Oh yeah.
I like go to like just a few inches away from my room, and my controller is just like, yeah, nah, chief, that ain't it. On my PS4, I'm in my PS5.
Waves takes that whole fucking PS3 controller to Taco Bell with him, and he's playing. so he doesn't get kicked from the lobby. He's like, yo, I'm jumping. Don't worry, boys. I'm not getting kicked.
I just thought about that while we were talking about fucking that shit.
No, that's a good.
Snickle on a boost when he has to use the bathroom. He remote plays in through the Vita.
No,
That's the only time Snickle's gonna pull out the Vita.
Honestly, I think I did remote play for one thing, but I forget what it was for, and then it ended up like not even working the way I thought it would. So I was like, yeah,
it was Star Wars.
Fuck this. Was it Star Wars?
Yeah, it was Battlefront 2
I think,
when we did that big boost.
Yeah, I think like everyone was getting on or something, and I was like, I can't get on right now. But like if I remote play in, I could get on. But then like something acted funky, and I was like, this shit ain't working, Chief.
Yeah, I believe it was Star Wars.
Oh, I remember what happened. It was turning on someone else's PS4.
That's what
yours.
it was. It was remoting into Andrew's because he activated his PS4 as a primary on my account as a primary on his PS4. So that's right, because I was trying to remote in. I think it was Andrew, and I was like, why do I keep connecting to this fucking random PlayStation? I was like, this is not my XMB. What the hell is going on right now?
I had that issue with my sister one time. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't have this background for my PS4.
Dude, I have it all the time because I have two PS4s. Like I have a PS4 Pro and an OG PS4, and my OG one is downstairs in my like family room, and my little sister plays on it. She plays like GTA and like Rocket League and stuff with her friends, but she plays with her friends, so she plays online, and she doesn't pay for Plus, so she like uses Plus through my account, which like makes sense because it, that's how it works. But like I'll like randomly get on my PS4 one day and like all my games are locked, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like what? And I have to go in there and do that bullshit where you have to like activate as a primary.
Yeah.
But like if you do it, like if you activate it as a primary, like you can't do it like back to back. You have to like wait a few days to like activate as primary. But like I don't know, it just happens to me all the time. And then I like want to go yell at her or something, but I'm like, all right, let me just calm down. Everything will be okay.
She added Lego Incredibles to your list.
Yeah, exactly. I actually God damn it, I thought about that the other day, and I was like, I have to do that game. It's on my account at 1% now. Like, oh my god. Maybe I'll do that game coming up. But like,
there you go, just get it out of the way.
God, I did remember that the other day too, and I was like, oh, I don't want to play this game. I really don't.
We should just do like let's just do the book club. We all just do Lego Incredibles at the same time. So
I'm good.
No. We gotta do the book club. I need Waves to play Leisure Suit Larry again, so that may be coming back on stream.
I will play Leisure Suit Larry.
What? The book club existed for like 2 minutes. And that was it.
I mean, it can still exist to this day. I mean, there's nothing that's holding us back from...
The 3 games that were, like, in the book club for, like, a little bit was... It was started with Leisure Suit Larry, but then you were like, yeah, no, this ain't it. And then it started with... It went again with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, because we were all playing, like, the base game at the same time.
Yep.
And then,
I know what the third one is.
The third game was supposed to be Ancestors.
He got it right.
Just never happened.
I don't blame him.
Waves aced the quiz. No, but
all right. How about this? Every 3 months we do a book club game.
I mean, I'm down. I kind of want to play Ancestors, but
for like a little
Leisure
bit.
Suit Larry's on the list, so maybe that's the one I go for.
That Leisure Suit Larry game was hard to find.
Oh, that's a rare game though.
Which one was it again?
Box Office Bust.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's another one called Magna Cum Laude.
Yeah, I wanted to go look at that. No, it's Wet Dreams Don't Dry.
No, that's the PS4 one. There's 2 PS3 games. It's just that the other one doesn't have trophies.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought you meant like on the series, but yeah, I guess if we do Box Office Bust, we have to do Wet Dreams Don't Dry because we just got to do the series.
That's fine.
But oh my god, that game made me so bored when I played it.
Weren't you drunk also when we played it?
Yeah, I was kind of drunk and tired on top of it, so it didn't help. But god, that game was boring.
I remember driving home from school that day, and I just had your stream playing like on my car.
You were probably like, "This shit sucks ass."
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Because I felt the same thing. I felt the same exact thing. All right, well, solid 1 hour discussion on games we've been playing. It's what you like to see from the Three Musketeers over here. I guess we can get on to the next thing. So have you guys have you guys picked any interesting games up this week?
No, for me actually.
Nope.
I was in a bidding war for Lollipop Chainsaw, but the dude I was bidding against, he jumped from $30 to $50, and I said, "Fuck that."
Damn,
Jesus.
that's a game that I should just tack on one day. That and
Yeah,
Yeah,
the bid started at $20, and I was like, "All right, I'll go up to 30." And then once it hit 30, he jumped to 50. I'm like, "Okay, yeah, no,
yeah.
you win, Chief."
The problem is, he was horny, and he was trying to get the trophy for looking up her skirt. So
Yep.
That's the only trophy he wants to get, and
that's the only one you want to get.
no, I'm saying that's the only one he wanted to get. You know, the guy who paid $50, he's just gonna get that trophy and then go away.
He said, "Wait, I can look up her skirt? Huh? Hell yeah, double my bid, baby."
Yeah, I'm like, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe how expensive that game is now. Honestly.
Right.
Yeah, I bought that game pretty cheap. Like, I guess that's 2 years now.
Yeah, I bought it pretty cheap too. I didn't pick any games up though. I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did.
I'm too poor to pick up games right now, so.
No, come on, Waves. You're not that poor. Don't say that.
I picked up PS Plus, if that counts.
Hey.
I mean,
PS Plus was
that
jumping
counts,
this month.
that counts as a game, so it's something.
I got 3 games out of it, so.
Oh yeah, 3 good. Yeah, 3 decent games probably.
There you go. There's your game pickups.
Alright, I got Control and Concrete Genie
Mm-hmm.
and
Destruction All Stars.
Destruction All Stars.
Well,
That's what I got.
I was gonna say that kind of transitions us into our next topic, being the PlayStation Plus games, which are live.
Mm-hmm.
This
Control
this month.
for the PS4 and PS5. Destruction All Stars is for PS5, and then Concrete Genie. If anybody does go for the platinum for Concrete Genie, it's pretty easy. Just so you know, the DLC you must have a VR to get the DLC trophies.
Yeah, so go buy the VR if you haven't already. How much? You know what I'm actually curious about.
How much a VR is
Yeah,
now?
I'm wondering how much the VR is, because when I got the PlayStation VR, I literally got it for like $200 or something with like 2 controllers. I got the camera, Super Hot, Creed. I think that was it. It was like $200. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. The Iron Man bundle, which is basically the same thing I got, except you get Iron Man instead. $350. Just the headset renewed is $285. That's fucking crazy.
That's crazy, because, like, didn't they have a Black Friday sale for $99 one time?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years ago. I think it's when I got mine, around like the 200 price range, because you could get just the VR headset for like 100, or like it was like 100 and some change maybe. But then you could get like the combo, which came with like the new camera, the Move controllers, and then games for like, I don't know, it was like $100 more. And if you guys know anything about collecting like peripherals, those Move controllers are like fucking impossible to find, especially for the PS3.
Oh, I bet.
So
Well, apparently, like, the VR ones are special ones, so, like, you can't just use the PS3 ones with the VR.
well, yeah, you can't use PS3 ones with the PS4, and you can't use PS4 ones with the PS3. So if you ever wanted to do Move games on either console, you have to have like completely new VR or like Move controllers for each one. So
And I think you need the Move controllers just for the Iron Man game.
yeah, I mean, I would assume that you do, but
Because I'm going to need a VR so I can do all the Marvel games, so yeah.
well, it was interesting because when I was looking at Move controllers a few years ago, when I was doing like those shitter ass like Mad Dog McCree games, I actually found mine at, like, I would go to GameStops to find them. because you could get them there. They were still like $30 or something pre-owned, like still pretty like pricey. But I went to one of them and the lady was like, "Oh, you know," because one of them, I would always look at the bottom, because if you look at the bottom port, the PS3 ones have the PS3 charging port. This is like an easy way to tell like which one is which. The PS3 ones use the PS3 charging port, which is like USB. Is it micro USB? I think.
Yeah.
And then the PS4 one uses micro HDMI, so like they have two different ports at the bottom. And I remember all I could find was like beat up PS3 ones. And then I found a PS4 one, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try this." And the lady was like, "Oh yeah, they." I asked her. I mean, this just goes to show how much GameStop actually knows about anything. But like, I asked her, I was like, "Does the PS4 Move controller work with the PS3?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Just plug it in, it'll work." I went home, didn't work. I was like, "Yeah, be fucking kidding me." So then I had to go find another one that was in like reasonably good condition for the PS3. But the actual Move controllers are hard to find. The ones that are easy, well, I don't know about now, but the ones that are easy to find are the I don't even know what they're called. The joystick ones, the Joy-Cons. I don't even know what the hell they're called. But
what?
They're like the smaller ones that come with like a joystick. They only came out on the PS3, I think.
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
But those ones are like really easy. Like you can get those at you could get those at GameStop for like $5 or $10. Like they were pretty cheap. But oh my god, the VR is like skyrocketed in value.
Well, the VR2 will be out within the next year and a half, I bet. So
I hope not.
I can't believe that. That's fucking
like
crazy.
I was just watching rumors about the new like the patents for that, and it's like going for like all the senses, like smell and all that as well, and like. I doubt they could get it to work properly, but hey, you got the patent for it.
They should just let VR die.
Well, I was gonna say like it's definitely like a cool thing to have, because if you look at it like on the PS4, like that generation of consoles, like the Xbox One didn't have anything comparable to that. So it's just interesting that like Sony is putting so much like R&D into it. To like not even really have like not even have like, I mean, their competition's PC. Like it's just crazy. That
was it Oculus, right? Yeah.
VR is just too expensive.
Yeah, well,
even like on the PS4, it's like doing it on the PS4 and even on the PC is like so intrusive and such a pain to just get to work.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
you need a lot of room, right?
Yeah.
Unless they like make it like the Oculus Rift S or whatever the fuck it's called, Oculus Quest or whatever, where you just straight up like put the headset on and then the game just starts. Like nobody's gonna want to try VR for real. They'll like try it one time and that's it.
Well, I think the other issue is that there's like misconceptions going around about it. Like I remember before I did Drive Club VR, like everybody and their mom was saying like, I can't play this game for more than like 2 hours. And I think when you have people that are like battering it that much, it like deters people from buying it. And then people just like take what like other people say, like especially throughout PSMP. Don't even get me started on that. But like people just take what other people say like so literally, and like they'll take it to the fucking grave. And like I can tell you straight up right here, like when I was reading that stuff, I was a little worried, but it wasn't going to stop me from playing the game. And I could play that VR. I could put that VR on and play for 24/7 and not have a single issue with like any sort of dizziness or anything that people were talking about.
I know motion sickness is like different for everyone. So like,
well, yeah, and like I think that's what people were like complaining about, but
yeah, that's like the other thing with like VR. Like, not a lot of people can like play it for hours on end.
Yeah,
I played my first and like only experience with VR was at school, and they had an Oculus Rift out, and it was cool, but it's not like something I can see myself doing like a shit ton like I do right now with like normal video games.
Well, the gimme of it isn't like, I don't think it's worth it. Like even if you look at like Drive Club to Drive Club VR, like you don't really get anything out of it. Like it's cool to like be in the cockpit of a car or like be racing a car around and like being able to like kind of look around you, but like the amount of times that you actually do that when you're like playing, when you were playing like regular Drive Club is like slim to none. So it's not even worth like the gimme, and you compromise so much quality of the game, like visual quality.
Mm-hmm. The one I've heard that's like surprisingly good is the Star Wars Squadrons one, but the way you play is with the PS4 controller and the headset on, so it's not even like you're actually flying the plane or whatever. Yeah. So like the only thing that you do is like you can just look around.
Yeah, that's how Drive Club VR was. I mean, I guess you could use like a steering wheel if you wanted to, but I was playing with a controller and like looking around, and like it really doesn't add any like aspect that you're not gonna get just like playing the game normally. It may be different with Squadrons if like you have to like look around and shit to like see what's going on. Like I could see like if you're playing like Squadrons in like first person and you have to like actively use like a stick or like a button to like look to the left and the right to kind of see what's happening, like okay, using the VR may be a little more like effective in that situation, because instead of like having to use like a finger on a stick, you're just using your head motion.
Mm-hmm.
Which like just helps you with like hand-eye coordination and stuff, which like could help, but I don't know if it's like a gimme over there too, if that's something that's like needed or like would be beneficial when playing the game.
I've only seen like one game that actually uses like VR very well, and that's Half-Life Alyx. And that's about it.
I'm interested. What is that game? It came out like a while ago. It's called like Horizon. Where is it? Isn't it Horizon? No. I don't know. There's like a first person shooter that came out on like the PS4 that looked interesting. I can't remember the name of it though.
I don't
but
know.
It looked interesting.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. It's like the space one, right?
It's not. I keep wanting to say it's Horizon, but I don't think it is.
It's the space one, right, that you're talking about?
It's this one. I found it. It's Firewall 0 Hour.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I've heard that that's like actually like kind of a good game to play in VR, but
really,
yeah, it actually has multiplayer too.
When they gave that game for free, I thought they were gonna start giving like VR games for free to like incentivize people to start getting like VRs.
you would think they would do that,
but nah. Because it was like around the time they took away like the PS3 and Vita games.
Yeah, that game.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that is that time.
You wanna hit us with your favorite topic, Snickle?
Yeah, since we can move on from this VR BS. So my favorite topic ever, server shutdowns. Everything's actually it's going to be pretty stagnant now, unless something kind of comes out of the woodwork. But when was it? On the 31st last week, which would have been Sunday, not last week. On Sunday, God rest its soul, I actually don't give a shit, the Battleborn servers were finally shut down. So the game is officially dead. Even though it was dead on launch, it's officially dead. So that's over. We don't have to talk about it anymore. It's phenomenal.
I know all two of you are like sad about it going down.
Yeah, I don't think I've talked to or met a single person that is actually mad that it went down, or sad, or anything. But yeah, some upcoming ones, which I guess we can give some attention to because it's kind of relevant now since we don't have anything else, is on March 11th. Frozen Synopsis Prime is supposed to be, I don't know if it's delisted or shut down, because it's shown as a delisting. There was something going on about this game a few months back that it's already been delisted. I don't know too much about the game, but that game is supposed to be shut down on March 11th, and then
think it's both.
Yeah, I think it's both
getting
as
shut
well.
down and
Shutdown and delisted on the same day. And then looking into the future, we have on May 31st of 2021 this year, we have WWE 2K20 going down. And then on June 1st, we have Switchblade, which I'm not even sure what this Switchblade is.
I never even heard of that.
Apparently, it's some multiplayer only game. I don't know. I'm gonna try to do some research real quick, but there's so many games that come out that just have like it's just like what?
it's a 5v5 vehicle action MOBA.
So that's going down. I'm just looking at the trophy list here. It just looks like it's like a grind. That's about it. But yeah, if you're interested in that, that's going down June 1st. So, get on it. I would suggest that over Battleborn. I'm glad Battleborn's done and over with. It can sit on the shelf and collect dust the rest of its life, and I will be happy about it. So
Thank God.
thank the server gods.
Thank the server gods.
It's over.
Thank the server gods. It's finally over. All right, so we have our infamous almost hour and a half introduction done. Let's get into some topics here. So starting off, this got released, correct me if I'm wrong, a day or two ago? Today, actually?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. It's bad when I work so much because stuff just blends together. But I think everyone has been asking for this since the PS5 came out.
Mm-hmm.
They've been asking for God of War 2018 to get a PS5 upgrade, and it was officially released that it will be coming out
Today.
So it should be out already. So if you own a PS5 and you own God of War 2018, even if you've platinumed it, I would go play it just to experience it.
If you have a PS5 and you already have PlayStation Plus, you get the PlayStation Plus collection, which God of War is on there, actually.
There you go. So basically, if you own a PS5, go play this.
You have, yeah.
But I mean, it looks good from like what I've seen and from like what they said or what they announced yesterday with the 60 frames, 4K resolution, and it's free for any PS5 people. Like the fact, I would assume that this is kind of like a standard. I don't know why they're putting this as like some big thing. If you already own the game and you own a PS5, you should have
just
a free upgrade. But
it's just a update patch. So like,
yeah.
It's not like you're going to have to download a completely different game or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get a separate trophy list.
Well, why would we, though? It's the same game.
Well, look at Borderlands 3 and all that, too, though. That was a same game.
It's like literally just an update to the game.
That was the same thing in Borderlands, though. That was just an update.
Yeah.
No, Borderlands 3 is like a separate application you have to download. This is literally just like the PS4 game with an update.
No.
I thought we talked about this though like weeks ago about how like there are some games that are just like PS4 games going to PS5 that have like separate lists. Unless we like debunked it. I don't really remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, so like the ones that are getting like separate lists, they're like separate games. So you have to download a separate application that is like the PS5 version of that game. And the ones that are just getting like free updates are like just the PS4 version of the game.
So it is,
but it has an update.
Okay, so it is kind of like what we hypothesized at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we thought was gonna happen.
So
and
like,
boy, were we wrong.
So basically, if you own like Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man, and then you put it into the PS5, do you have to? Does it like put a new application? Do you have to pay for it again? I was gonna say Miles Morales, but
if you put the PS4 version of Spider-Man into your PS5, you're going to be playing the PS4 version.
PS4 version, right.
You have to buy, like, the remastered version if you want, like, the PS5 version of Spider-Man.
Right.
Okay, so what if you have Miles Morales on the PS4, and you
I
put
think that
disc
has a
into the
free.
PS5.
I think that has a free upgrade.
So it's an
So like,
so it's an upgrade and it's
Believe
not a
you're right,
patch.
Waves.
yeah, that's not a patch. So you get an upgrade. You down. I think what it does. I think it does what the like early, like I mean not early, like late PS3 games do, where you like put the game in, and then like it like you put like some code or something, or the PS5 recognizes that it's a free upgrade, and you download. You
And-
download basically the PS5 version of the game, but it only opens if you put the disc in.
So it's like
Okay.
a redeem, but you have to have the disc in, but it's a whole different application.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I got you now.
But I mean,
Yeah, this is not going to be like a completely like new game. Like this is not going to be sold in stores as like a PS5 game. This is literally just a PS4 game.
yeah. I mean, it would be cool to see like a separate release for it with a separate list, but no, I mean, I totally get just having like a patch, because I think God of War 2018 has been one of the like most requested PS4 games to get a PS5 patch, if not the most requested game.
I just hope
It's been God of War, Bloodborne, and Death Stranding were the main ones I've been seeing a lot.
I just hope 60 like FPS becomes standard.
I think it will.
It has to on the
like,
PS5.
I'm tired of like these 30 FPS games.
I would think it has to be standard on any PS5 game. Well, it's actually interesting. I'm reading through the article right now, and it's saying that if you were playing on the PS4 Pro, using the performance mode, the game would fluctuate between 40 and 50 frames per second.
Yeah.
Right.
But it dropped the resolution to 1080p, which makes sense.
Mhm.
I guess this update is going to be running at full 60 frames and a checkerboard 4K resolution.
Yeah.
So that's actually like I think that's like a pretty big upgrade if you're running at like a stable, like steady 60 frames with the checkerboard 4K resolution.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm excited to
surprised that
check it
it's-
out. So
I'm surprised that it's checkerboard 4K. I would expect that the PS5 could just do this game at 4K native.
Well, maybe it was like, I don't know, maybe it was easier for them to do it that way.
right,
Maybe.
but because they are working on a couple other things, probably that. So
It's a nice update to have if you haven't like done the God of War game. Now you can do.
oh,
like,
even if you done God of War, go back and play it.
Yeah, I would give it like
I'm
a
probably
quick
not
play.
going to.
I'll probably go back and play it.
The combat for that game just couldn't do it for me. But
Come
That's
on,
me,
come on, Waze. Give it like a nice little 30 minutes.
I'll give it. Yeah, the 30 minutes of cutscenes is what I'll give it.
Yeah. Chill.
I can't argue that one.
30 minutes of gameplay.
It's just
not
crazy. Like
cutscenes.
I remember God of War 3. Like the first 30 minutes, you're fucking taking down this like, you're taking down Poseidon and his fucking horses and shit.
I think that's like one of the that's the one game that will put you into action the fastest, which like blows my mind. Like you literally start climbing up Mount Olympus on Gaia, like in Gaia, basically. Like what the fuck?
And then like 2018 God of War, it's just carry this tree, walk this kid around. This is like the first 30 minutes.
Cut this tree down.
Oh look, there's a collectible.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now that you say it, like that's kind of crazy. Cut this.
We got a war alone.
Cut
this
this
game of the year.
Cut this tree down. Walk over and make a canoe and. Oh, there's a strange man here, but it's a cutscene.
It's like, oh, look at this cool boss fight. Look at all the cool stuff that's happening. That's all cutscenes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I like the game though.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of walking in games, is all I'm saying.
So that's a cool upgrade. If you guys, again, if you have it, play it. I mean, if you haven't played it, definitely play it now. I played that game day one. That's saying a lot. So you should be playing it.
Yeah.
Snickle even play Spider-Man Day 1.
I don't play new games. It's fucking crazy. But on to this next topic. I think you guys can probably talk about this a little more, but
I'll take it over.
Okay, you can take it over because I'm not familiar with what the article and everything. So
all right. Well, I saw this today actually. Control Ultimate Edition on the PS5. The size of the file for the game is 42% smaller than the Xbox Series X, due to the Kraken compression technique that the PlayStation's using. Basically, this is so that they can actually get more onto the Blu-ray disc, I guess, from my basic understanding of what I was reading and seeing. And this is the power of the SSD of the PS5, which it could do like 5 gigabytes of something a second, I guess. And that's how fast the SSD is. So it can actually condense down the size of the files much better and run and perform, I guess, to get onto the system better. So so basically this game is like close to half the size of. It's the same game on both consoles. Don't get me wrong, it's a full game, but it's like 42% smaller for the file size for the PlayStation. So you actually save some space if you really think about it. And I guess they're coming out with this when they're creating the PS5, and who is it? Jim Ryan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was talking about it when he did the whole thing with the PlayStation, when they are like talking about all the specs and all that.
I'm like reading on.
The
So it turns out Kraken compression has been used for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody used it, and
no,
looks like it uses the CPU.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this must mean that in theory, I guess, on paper,
Mm-hmm.
the CPU of the PS5 is faster than the CPU in the Series X.
Yes.
From my understanding of what I'm reading here.
Right.
well,
I guess when Sony was going to all these developers and find out like what they want and what they're using, Kraken was just now being used for some people, and some developers were just starting to get into that. So they're like, well, Kraken. So Sony hurried up and made like a tech of it and sent it out to see if it'll work and all that, and that's how they start building the basis for the PS5 and how to make it faster and all that.
Okay, I'm like just clicking on like stuff right now. So I like this stuff. So okay, what was I saying? Okay, yeah. You can use it for anything. So like they can code it like into a disk or whatever, but it won't work well. The difference between the PS5 and the Series X is that the Series X requires you to do it on the disc, while the PS5 has it built into the PS5.
Gotcha.
Which is why it does, why it loads shit faster and also compresses the game really well. That's cool. That's cool.
Right? I figured you would get a kick out of it, way, since you're really into this kind of stuff. I thought it was like really impressive. Like, that's a really smart way of thinking, and it really would help with like storage wise for consoles.
It's like a whole half that got like compressed. It looks like, because like the Series X one is, I think they said it was 40 something. Yeah, 42.1.
Yeah, it was like 42 gigs or something.
Yeah, and they like shrunk that shit to 25.79.
That's insane.
Now if like Call of Duty would do this and stop taking like 300 gigabytes of my PS5, that would be good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but what about that? What about the Xbox's teraflops?
That don't matter. Not when a fucking SSD is whooping its ass.
The SpongeBob meme though. But we have teraflops. But we have some teraflops
the
over here.
Xbox is more powerful.
Yeah, we have all these teraflops over here.
Oh, on paper, the Series S is more powerful than the 5. Yeah.
No, not on paper. The Series S is no way powerful than the 5.
I don't know. That shit's better off
No, that
as
was
a
my favorite
refrigerator.
argument with some people.
The
There was
Series,
actually people saying that.
the Series X on paper is more powerful than the 5, but it's more. I feel like that stuff, just from having like worked on like stuff like that, it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
It depends on how you clock it, I believe. Or
It's how
you, like,
it's how you use it, right? So like,
Right.
a lot of people say, "Oh, games on Unity fucking suck" or whatever. There's a lot of good games on Unity. It's just that Unity has a free license, so anybody can make a game on it and release it, unless you make like $100,000 off that game. And so people see Unreal and they're like, "Oh, this has to be a good game because it's made in Unreal." Game engine doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter like what game you're making in it. A lot of people say, "Oh, if you want to do like first-person shooters, you go to Unreal. If you want to do like some other stuff, like no, you can get Unreal and make anything out of it. It doesn't. There's no such thing as just a game engine for one thing. It's like RE Engine. They made RE Engine for Resident Evil 7. A lot of people were like, "Oh, so this is just like a first-person shooter engine?" Like, no, RE Engine makes like RE Engine now is like used for anything. It's being used in the new Monster Hunter that's coming out. It's used for Devil May Cry and all this other stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was a nice little topic to bring up because I thought it was really interesting, and like 42% is no joke.
Yeah, that's like almost a full half like taken off compared to the Series X.
Right.
It's crazy.
We were talking about this weeks ago with like compression, like what the hell is going on with compression nowadays with like sizes of games. I mean, there's people that complain about the PS5 where they can't even have, they can have Call of Duty and GTA or something downloaded and that's it. And their console's maxed out, and it's like, Jesus, dude, like, and people have been, I guess, people have been asking Sony to put out, because I guess you can't swap the SSD out yet by yourself.
Well, the SSD is literally soldered onto the motherboard.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's no way you'd have to take it out. You have to
have an external.
No, you have to. So the external works for PS4 games. You can't have it for PS5 games.
Well, I know. I think people are asking for it for the PS5 because they're literally running out of space.
Yeah, what they said they are going to do is just they have to update the console for some reason for it to work. You have to get NVMe SSDs.
Right.
Which are like the ones that I have one in my PC. You literally like screw them into the motherboard, and that's what makes them faster than like a normal SSD or an external hard drive.
Right. But Sony already has the slot put into this console itself for them. So you won't avoid no warranty by taking it off. You just pull off one of your sides, and there's a spot right there for it.
It's only one slot though, right?
I believe.
I think it's 2 slots.
Is it 2 slots? I wasn't positive about that one.
I thought most like motherboards for like PCs have 2 of them now. But they're
like super expensive though.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Well, Sony said they're trying to work with companies to get a decent price out for us. So
I'm thinking, because I was looking at them. I believe if it's what I'm thinking about when I built my PC, which was like 2 or 3 years ago. They're basically they're like rectangular, right? And they're like super thin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you kind of stick well, I guess it's different on like other motherboards, but it's just like you would stick it in and then click it down into place.
I think you have to screw them in.
Well, maybe you click it in, you press it down and then screw it. But yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, but Sony said they're working with certain manufacturers to get them out to the market and at a fair price and not extremely expensive
Yeah.
for the consumer.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking about, Waves.
Yeah, those things are like super fast. But...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're
I can't wait to get one.
stupid expensive too.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But
The one I have is like 250 gigs. And
I don't even want to know how much it cost.
I don't. I think it was like at the time I was getting like a shit ton of money from FAFSA. I think it costed me like $700.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I just
Come on, stimulus check.
wish that like this compression stuff that's going on with Control, like other developers will utilize it, because like that's just crazy to be able to like it may seem like a small amount just for like one game, but when you add it up over like game after game after game after game, like the amount of space that you save is like ridiculous. And we've already talked about how like something is not right with like compression nowadays, with like what some companies are doing it phenomenally, other companies are not.
Or just like not doing it at all.
Yeah, and I don't understand why, like, because Sony obviously has to have like a QA/QC process for games before they're allowed to be put like on their store, or before they're allowed to be sold for their console. You would assume that would be something like on their checklist of like QA/QC. I mean, like for like stuff that I do, like there's always like there's checklists you have to follow. You have to make sure that you're following all regulations. You have to, it then gets reviewed by people. And like if something isn't looking right, people will ask questions. Like that's just how it is. And the fact that like these companies are basically able to put out like games that are like 150 gigs, like how is this not a question that gets brought up by anybody of like, why is this so large? And if it is a question that comes up, I would love to hear what the response is, because
Right. Like,
it doesn't make sense.
oh.
Having seen like what Sony just kind of lets get barfed onto the fucking PS store, I don't think they care.
Well, yeah, I don't think they care, but like the thing is the size of games and the size of hard drives and everything, it hasn't just been like a discussion between like trophy hunters. Like it's been a discussion between like gamers as a whole, where like they can't have games, like they can't have more than 5 games downloaded on their console because they run out of space. Like if you see that that's a constant thing that people are talking about, you would think that they would do something about it. But I guess it doesn't bring Sony anything negative, because they're saying they're doing the best that they can. So
I think.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
What were you
Go
gonna say?
ahead, please.
I was gonna say, on the PS5, it's even worse, because I remember when it got announced, they were gonna say a terabyte, an SSD terabyte. Yeah. Then the box said like, I forget, like 600 something.
675.
And I was like,
I
I was like, oh, maybe that's the OS. I'm like, that's a big ass OS. No, they literally just put 675 gigabytes. So you only really have 500 and something gigabytes of space.
And how the fuck is the OS over 100 gigs? Like I can't believe that as well. Like that shit blows my mind. But whatever. I mean,
As of right now, I have 2, 4, 5, maybe 7 games on my PS5, and I got about 100 gigabytes free still. But still, I just deleted the Spyro trilogy and Spider-Man off my account though. So,
dude, on the PS3, you could have your whole game library downloaded, and
oh yeah,
you'd be running smooth. When I had the Slim, I only had the 120 gigabyte Slim. I literally never had an issue with space on 120 gigs on the PS3 with every single game that I played. And now that I have the 500 gig super slim, it's like it's not even a thought that crosses my mind. Do I have space for this? Like,
I'll do you one better, Snickle.
PS4.
True, yeah.
I'll do you one better, Snickle. I had the fat PS3, 70 gigabyte.
Mm-hmm.
I never had an issue with deleting shit.
And that honestly blows my mind. Even with games like GTA 5 and like all the old Assassin's Creed games were like they were kind of large. Like even with all of those downloaded, like there was still like never an issue. Like you could download games like You could download any game because I do this now, and it's out of habit because of the PS4 mainly, which I used to not have to worry about my PS4 games, but when my external kind of shit on me, I was back to two terabytes, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do some sort of like file management for shit. But like I'll go on my PS3 every once in a while and like kind of just look at like what games I have downloaded, and then I'll go to delete it, and then I just look at it and I'm like, if this shit is below like 100 megabytes, I don't give a shit. Like I'll leave it there. I don't care. Like,
Right.
and that's like a majority of games are like under 100 megabytes or like under like 50 megabytes. Like it's crazy how small these games are, because it's actually, I guess it's because the game's actually on the disc, but yeah, I feel like the compression thing, I could go on hours about the compression thing and how it like doesn't let people have, like, you should not be having to worry about like space on your console.
Right.
Well, like, what's insane is, like, games like Call of Duty, like, I think Warzone alone cannot fit on the 250 gigabyte SSD anymore. And that's insane.
I don't get that. I just don't get that.
I deleted Black Ops Cold War from my PS5, and that opened up like 200 gigabytes of space.
Dude,
Holy shit.
that's crazy. I truly don't get that.
Well, like you were saying earlier, Snickle, about like you hope other people or other companies start doing this too. I did the math between the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X control file and Sony's. It's like 16 gigabytes difference.
Oh, between like, yeah, the files? Yeah.
Yeah, from the PS5 and the Series. Yeah, well, yeah, one game, 16 gigs, which could be a lot, but if you do that with every game, you could free up 100 gigs, after 70 games or 7 games?
Yeah.
We'll say?
And the other thing you got to look at is not only like the difference of the 16 gigs, but like you have to look at the difference between like whatever the fuck's going on with the Xbox version and then the compressed version of Sony's. Like you would have to look at the ratio of that and say like apply that to like Cold War. And instead of Cold War being 200 gigs, it would be like 100. Like that is a lot of space saved. Like I just think that should not be a thought in people's minds. Like even if you were to go build a PC and download every fucking game on Steam, you could probably download every game on Steam. And like not every game, but you get what I'm saying. You could download thousands of games off Steam, have a standard 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte hard drive, or get an SSD, and like that, like you running out of space, that should never cross your mind. Like, I don't get it.
Like, yeah, like I got, with my external, my PS5, I got 5 terabytes, you know? I never think about space, really.
I had 10 terabytes at once together, but
It's
That's insane.
but my external crashed, and then I was just like, this is fine. It pissed me off, but I was like, whatever, like this is fine.
It's gonna get worse, especially now with like Unreal Engine 5.
Right.
It has this thing called, I think it's called Nanite, where it like loads like high poly models really fast, and like what people had to do before that was they would have to save space. They would have to do this thing called high to low poly modeling, which is where you model the text, not the texture. You model the high poly model with all the details you wanted to do, and then you make a separate model which is lower poly, and you burn like the textures of the high poly into that low poly, and that's how you would save space. But even with that, it would take more space. And now with Unreal Engine 5, if developers like stop doing high to low poly modeling, and that shit, you're gonna be seeing like 400 gigabytes of like game files and shit.
The hope is, though, at least on Sony's side, is that they use the compression that's being shown off with Control.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that will like remedy if there is going to be bigger file sizes from that it kind of like remedies that. But Yeah, I mean,
I wonder why Control's like
it's
the first
slowly
one.
been getting worse as the years go on. Like,
I wonder why Control is like the first one that we're first hearing about it from.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. That's that game.
I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. There's got to be some reasoning behind it, but
Am I wrong in like thinking that Control was a PS4 exclusive?
I thought it was at first, or it was a time exclusive. I thought.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm looking at
I
it
just
up.
thought about that.
It says it's on Steam, but that's
Well,
the
yeah,
Ultimate
it
Edition.
came out on Steam with the Ultimate Edition. I guess it might have come out on the Xbox with the Ultimate Edition also.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to find stuff, but I can't. Oh, here.
It's a time exclusive on PC and PS4.
Okay.
Xbox One users having to wait months before getting their hands on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so, the DLC will be the timed exclusive.
Sony's been losing some exclusives recently.
First Xbox means the first Control DLC will be timed.
I just hope that this is kind of like a step forward in, better compression, because like I said, it's been getting worse as the years have been going on, and we've been seeing it. Like it kind of, you could even see it from like PS3, like Call of Duty DLCs back on the PS3.
Oh yeah.
To then like, Call of Duty is just a perfect example. I don't understand how that game is so large. I don't know if there's something like other like something else that they're saving all that space for, but I don't know if they're not compressing models or like what the hell is going on. But there's no reason that they release a multiplayer DLC and it's 5 maps and that shit's 50 gigs on the PS4. I don't know if it's that large. I may be exaggerating a little bit, but
I get your point though. Yeah.
Something ain't adding up here. Needless to say. So, all right. Well, that's a good. I don't think Control's ever gotten that much coverage by anybody before, so we gave it its due diligence.
Moment to shine.
So,
Control's funny because like I feel like they were really banking on it like becoming a series, kind of. I think even Sony was also.
Yeah.
I think if Control had done better, Sony probably would have bought Remedy.
It was,
probably.
I mean, it was. I remember seeing advertising about it, and the concept of it definitely seems like interesting. But I feel like Control has the same issue that I'm trying to think about. What was the Xbox exclusive? It was called like, was it Time
Quantum
Shift?
Break.
What was it?
Quantum Break.
Quantum Break. Yes. Exactly.
Also by Remedy.
Fucking read my mind. Because yeah, well, that makes sense. But like that was like the same thing. Remember when like Microsoft was just talking about how like this was going to be the next hot shit and everything, and it came out and people were like, "It's a good game, but like it's average. It's not anything special."
My favorite thing about Quantum Break was how you would have to beat the chapter, and then to see what happens in between the chapter, you'd have to go on your computer and then log into your account or something like that, and it would unlock that chapter because it would know that you finished, so like that you'd see a live action cutscene of what happened in between those chapters.
Hell yeah, that's next generation right there. But
I was like, who the fuck I came up with
Somebody was high when he came up with that idea.
Yeah, who okayed this? I mean, that makes sense now that it's the same company, because they both of those games had the same vibe for me, where like they were just like, I feel like they were pushed as being like this new innovative game style and blah 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 blah, and then it came out and you're like, yeah, I mean like it's okay. It ain't anything special, but like it's not a bad game. It's just okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's kind of like the what came out of it. So I don't even know if people said that about Control. I do remember that about like Quantum Break, where like a bunch of people were just like, it's a game.
I think Sony was like banking on it because I know they paid a shit ton for the exclusivity rights, and then they were paying the marketing for it and all that. I think if the game had done well, they would have probably bought Remedy, because it was also around the time Sony was like looking around to see which developer they were going to buy, and Remedy was one of the ones that they visited, but then they ended up buying Insomniac.
Insomniac was a good choice, though.
Yeah. I think way better choice.
Yeah.
All right. So, something that came out yesterday, which I think people were kind of waiting for this for a minute, was the 2020 PlayStation wrap-up, which was last year the first year they did that, or the year before? This is like something that Sony's recently started to do, correct?
I think they started like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's like newer. But if you guys don't know what it is, we'll leave a link for it down in the description below. You can go check it out. But basically what you do is you go to the link, you sign in your PlayStation Network account, and it basically gives you a rundown of like your top 3 most played games, you know, how many hours you've played, if you've played in single player or, you know, online, or, you know, how many trophies you've earned, how many platinums, you know, breakdown of like platinum, gold, silver, bronze. And that's basically like the big things. They give some other like weird stats. I am assuming they're the same for everyone. Like it says the most home runs hit in, or total home runs in MLB 20 the show, or MLB the show 20. So I mean, it's kind of cool. It shows you like the most, when you would earn the most trophies. So we're gonna go through what ours were. But like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys do this, you can, you know, leave your results down below as well, and we'll take a look at them. But starting off for us, how many games did you guys play in 2020? But hold on, before you answer, there is a caveat to this. Brian started his account late 2020, so his numbers are all going to be kind of low. So just remember that as we're talking through. But how many games have you guys played in 2020?
5.
I wasn't expecting that low of a number. But actually,
5.
hold on. That was. I don't know if you want to explain the other caveat to this as well, Brian.
What was the other one?
The PS5.
PS5.
Oh yeah, the PS5 games weren't showing up for counting for some reason, but I'm not. It was not showing up on the trophy thing. I'm not sure if it's not showing up on the number of games played though. If that makes sense.
I would have to say that it's not showing up anywhere.
Okay, well then it's more like 8 or 9 for me.
Okay, that's still solid. 5. All right, what about you, Waves? What? How many do you have?
115.
Jesus Christ!
There's a 5 in there.
Jesus, 115. I have a 5 in mine. I did 57.
God damn, Waves.
What the?
Just be buying shit and like, you know, playing them for like a minute.
I was gonna say you definitely were doing that this year or last year, weren't you? He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna just play the first level." You know,
I had a lot of free time, you know.
Get a little taste of this and put it away. Okay, so, I mean, we at least we weren't crazy. Okay. Top 3. What were your guys' top 3 games? You can go from 3 to number 1, and then give the hours as well.
Number 3 for me was Fallout 76 at 15 hours.
Okay.
Number 2 was Watch Dogs Legion. Oh my god, at 36 hours. And number 1 is Ghost of Tsushima at 69 hours.
Nice.
All right, you can't play that game anymore.
Yeah, you can't play it.
Damn. Okay. All right, Waves. What do you got going on?
Number 3, Devil May Cry 5, 90 hours.
Okay.
Number 2, Dragon Ball FighterZ, 122 hours.
Hey, side note here: 100 of those hours were AFK'd.
No, I think all of those hours were AFK. Because I think I did I did the multiplayer like the year before that, 2019.
Okay, so 122 hours of those were AFK'd.
Yep. I left my PS4 on for like a whole week just to get that.
Yo, and think about it. Now people fucking glitch the game to get that. I want those people to get banned. Is that
Yeah,
bad of
I
me to
had
say?
to. I had to suffer, and they don't get to suffer. Fuck them.
Yeah, the fact that they manipulated the servers to get Zenny makes me sick to my stomach. But whatever.
Wait, I want to see real quick when I did. Yeah, so I did the multiplayer in May of 2019. I got the platinum and the last of the Zenny in February 2020.
So all of those hours were AFK'd. Okay, solid.
Yep. Then number one, it's probably the same for all of us. Ghost of Tsushima, 154 hours.
Sheesh.
That multiplayer.
Yeah, that multiplayer do be like that. Mine is a little more interesting. I don't really know if I want to say it, but number 3, the game that I disappeared in the summer playing, SnowRunner, at 162 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Number 2, Ghost of Tsushima at 203 hours. And then Assassin's Creed Valhalla at number 1 at 221 hours.
That's how long it took you?
No, so I do have a side note. Before you got into the call, when I was talking to Brian, all 3 of these games, and a majority of my games that count for playtime, like, a third of my playtime is me sitting in the main menu while I'm, like, editing trophy guides or not doing anything. So I have a lot of hours of not doing anything in these games.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, I didn't think Valhalla was that much. On my playtime from my game, I was at about 120. So I don't know where this 221 came from.
So we can say like 120.
Yeah. I guess
how long it took you to platinum it.
I guess I sat in the menus for 100 hours in Valhalla.
That's ridiculous.
That's fucking crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So next one, let's hear what your top genre was and the total number of hours you played in it. Do you want to start off, Brian?
I don't got a top genre.
Darn.
Oh, you don't have one? I guess you
but
probably didn't have enough hours.
Yeah, but my total hours of gameplay in 2020 is 237.
Shit, I have almost as much in Valhalla as you have total.
Hours played locally was 205. Hours played online was 32.
Oh wait, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Oh.
We're getting down there.
Oh,
All
I
right.
thought that was all part
Do you
of
have a
it.
genre, Waves?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Top genre action adventure with a total of 1,015 hours spent in it.
Wait. Say that number again?
1,015 hours.
Holy shit. My top genre was action adventure with a total of 1,014 hours.
No fucking way.
If I just played something for an hour more.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Y'all wait till next year.
God damn,
I'll be up there with you guys with these numbers.
that's fucking crazy. We were an hour off. Holy shit. That's wild.
Crazy.
That's wild.
I wonder what they like classify as action adventure though.
It's probably anything, dude, honestly. Such like a broad topic.
Yeah.
Like a broad like genre. So before we get into the next one, they have a little fun fact here. Ghost of Tsushima, enemies collapsed in fear. 834 million enemies. That is a lot. Mind you,
Shows how many like people played it.
yeah, I was gonna say, mind you, this is like everybody that's played. This is like an overall number. But, jeez,
That's crazy.
that's fucking wild. I wonder what someone would average if you take that and you divide it by the amount of players. What the average would be per player.
And don't forget how far along you gotta be in the game to be able to do that to somebody.
That's true as well. That is a good point. Damn.
Yeah, that's basically like endgame like stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
Man, well, I guess it would count. They do it in the what's it called? The multiplayer mode, right? Too co-op mode.
No, I don't think
I didn't
so.
see it in No.
You can they'll crawl on the floor after you stab them, but that's it.
That's fucking
Yeah, but this is
crazy. Yeah, fear. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy to think about. Okay, we'll keep moving on. All right, so Brian started, so you can do this one again, Brian. So total number of hours, and then how it's split up as well.
Oh, okay. Total hours of gameplay in 2020: 237 total. Hours played locally, 205. Hours played online was 32. That's all Snickle on Waves.
Yep.
And then 0 hours in VR.
What do you got, Waves?
We've got a total of 1,910 hours in 2020, with 1,735 of those hours being played locally. That's 91%. And hours played online is 175 hours, which I know a good chunk of it is Ghost of Tsushima. I don't really know what the rest of it is. But that's 9%, and I have 0 hours on played VR.
Something on the PS3, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know, that's weird. I have 2,055 total hours, with 1,899 played locally, 156 played online. That's a 92% to 8% ratio. And 31 hours played in VR, which is strictly from Drive Club VR. So
our ratios are off by 1%.
Yeah, when
yours and mine.
You said 91 for your local, right? Yeah,
91 and 9%.
I heard that and I was like, I'm not gonna. Should I say something again? The next fun fact we have is there's been 200 million total hours played of The Last of Us Part 2.
Damn.
And I've contributed 0 to that.
That's a lot of people playing 30 hours of a game.
Well,
right?
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder what that would be. So it would be like 30. It would be 200 million divided by 30. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get your playthroughs.
Right, you guys go on. I'm gonna do this math real quick.
Well, you're gonna be included in this next, but all right. So Brian, let's hear your total days played in 2020. I'm assuming this means if you just played for an hour, it counts it as a day.
No, I don't believe that because my number's so fucking low. Because it says 14.
It probably doesn't count PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
If you play I
yeah,
wonder if you play a PS4
14.
game on the PS5 if it counted it.
I think it counts PS4 games because it counted DMC5 for me.
True. Okay.
It only says 14 for me.
So your total days play is 14. What's your top day of the week?
Evenings on Saturday.
Okay, that seems like a typical one, but okay, nice. What about you, Waves?
I have 212 days played in 2020, and Saturday.
Saturday, okay. I have. Does it say Saturday afternoon or whatever?
No, it just shows Saturday.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh well, it says actually. Wait, for mine it says nights on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
I have 237, and I have a weird one. I don't know why I have this. I have afternoons on Monday.
Huh.
Maybe because of
I don't know. You probably left your
Valhalla.
PS4 on all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that could be true. I guess it counts if just the time you leave it on. But it's my chart is weird. I have Saturday and Sunday is kind of in the middle, which makes sense because I typically haven't been playing games on the weekends for the most part, at least on Saturdays, some Sunday nights. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is fat. Thursday's nothing, and then Friday's a little bit. So
for me, it's Saturday and Sunday are fat, and Monday and Tuesday are kind of fat. Wednesday's just below, it's basically non-existent, and it's Thursday and Friday.
Sunday and Saturday are fat. Friday and Saturday are in the middle. Monday's and Wednesday's like barely existing.
Yeah, I don't know why my Thursday's like barely existing. It's really strange. Another fun fact. The top 3 PlayStation Now games in 2020 were Marvel Spider-Man, not surprised. I'm kind of surprised by number 2, Days Gone.
I'm not.
I'm not, because it's like...
I mean, I know they gave
a lot of the, like, big PlayStation Now games are, like, not good. So...
I mean, that's true, but, like, I would have thought that number 3 would have been above number 2. I guess maybe it makes sense because Days Gone came out before, or came out after, so it's kind of like a newer game. But anyway, number 1, Marvel Spider-Man. Number 2, Days Gone. Number 3 is Horizon Zero Dawn.
I have an extra fun fact.
Oh, you have an extra fun fact. Let's hear it.
So I divided it, and it's oh wait, that doesn't make sense.
It should just be 200 million divided by 30. That should get you your number of playthroughs.
Yeah, but it gives you... Okay, yeah, I guess that... I'm an idiot. Sorry. 6,666,666.
Oh, that's the devil.
7.
That's the devil right there. That's the devil playthroughs right there. Sheesh.
So The Last of Us 2 is the devil, basically.
Basically is what it's saying. I think this may be the last one for a personalized stat.
Brian and I have an extra one because, you know.
Yeah.
Oh
we
yeah,
got a
because you know
PS5.
y'all are special, Ed. But you know, it's all good. So what's your guys' total trophies earned in 2020, and then breakdown from bronze to platinum?
All right. It gives me 210, 155 bronze, 43 in silver, 9 in gold, and 3 platinums, which is funny because I did more than that in January alone this year.
Hey, we on that trophy grind. We trophy athletes out here. So
How many platinums is it with your PS5?
Good point.
Let's see. It doesn't tell me how many on the PS5.
No, I'm saying...
let's just go.
I'm
with
saying-
that, it would have been let's see, I'm at 14.
You can go to the psnplatinums.com one.
Yeah, I'm looking at
wanna
it.
get
I got
real
6
fast.
altogether. 6 platinums with PS5.
Yeah, he got 6 total, so 3 of them Bug Snack. Nah,
Astro's
Snatch.
Playroom,
Sorry.
And Marvel's Miles Morales.
Yeah, Bug Snatch, Miles Morales, and Astro's Playroom. Dude, it's so weird it doesn't count the PS5 shit, like,
Yeah.
but it counts the PS3 stuff.
Yeah.
PS3 superior, that's why. We all know. PS3 superior. All right, what do you got, Waves?
All right.
So for bronze, it says 907.
Okay.
For silver, it says 271.
Okay.
And for gold, it says 80. I sometimes forget how, like, many games don't have a lot of gold trophies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then for platinums, it says 15, but I actually have 17. Yeah, I have 17, actually.
Not bad. What's your total?
Oh, yeah, forgot to say that. 1,273 trophies.
What the fuck is up with Waves Night this year? Last year?
I had a lot of free time last year, you know?
What the fuck? This is crazy. So my total trophies is 1,257.
Damn.
You actually got more you got more bronze than me. I had 802 bronze, 286 silver, 144 gold, and 25 platinum. But I had 25 platinum because I didn't get anything on the PS5. So my numbers are true because, you know, I'm the most elitist of the professional trophy athletes. So
For this year.
I think the reason I have so many bronze is because I did that thing where I start a game or whatever.
and then didn't play it. Yeah, it's fair
Yeah.
enough. And then I'll give these 2 fun facts, and then you guys can give your fun fact that I don't have because I don't.
Do you not have a PS Plus tab?
No, I do. So I have this fun fact is I guess I kind of already said it. There's been 161 million total home runs hit in MLB The Show 20. That's a lot. Holy shit.
That's a lot.
That is-
Surprised people buy that game.
I mean,
Dude, that game's fun.
it's a fun game,
It's a
but
good relaxing game.
God, that's a lot of home runs. And then, well, I guess the PS Plus stuff is different for each one of us. It's not customized, or it's not.
Yeah,
like...
but the PS5 tab comes before that, so we gotta.
All right, well,
do the
okay, go
PS5
ahead.
one.
Go ahead and go ahead and do your flex. Go ahead, get it out.
All right, I'll go first. Congratulations to Booja. In 2020, you entered a future game with PlayStation 5. Top PS5 game was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Top PS5 game hours was 28. Total PS5 gameplay hours was 94. And total PS5 trophies, 248.
Okay.
Congratulations, Waves 400. In 2020, you entered the future of gaming with PlayStation 5. My top PS5 game was Devil May Cry 5. Top PS5 game hours, 31. Total PS5 gameplay hours, 129. And total PS5 trophies is 214.
I beat you in total trophies. Nice.
Yeah.
Damn. Mine says, congratulations to Steve095. You're stuck in the past. Go fuck yourself. That's crazy Sony would write something like that. But, I mean, cool. Okay, on to the next one. I guess this one's customized too. PS Plus.
Yeah.
I kind of useless, but whatever. I don't know if you want to go, Brian.
All mine says number of monthly PS Plus games downloaded was 5. Top game played online, Ghost of Tsushima, and hours played online, 16.
Okay. Do you have a total value of digital savings?
No.
Okay. I guess that's like if you bought something and it had a plus saving, it counted it. I don't know, but
If it was during a sale.
My account's so new, so they probably don't got like the shit for it.
yeah, true. All right, what do you got, Waves?
Number of monthly PS Plus games downloaded, 26.
Jesus, he got everything.
Total value and digital savings, 10 doll hairs.
Nice.
10 US doll hairs.
Wait, can I just say, why did they do the spacing for like the money sign and everything like that?
I don't know. It's funny.
It's like fucking stupid. But okay, keep going.
Top game played online, Ghost of Tsushima, with 39 hours.
Nice. I have a number of monthly PS Plus games downloaded, 10, because I stopped downloading things if I owned it. Total value in digital savings, 5 US doll hairs. Top game played online, Ghost of Tsushima, and time played was 45 hours.
Damn, you played that more than me.
Hey, I was grinding by myself, remember? At the
I was
beginning.
grinding by myself too.
Yeah,
And he helped me level up for the raid.
I was grinding
That's
by
true.
myself at the beginning, and then and then I helped you a little bit later on. Remember, I
You
have a
never
character
helped me.
that's up to like level 30 or 40.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I went above and beyond for absolutely no reason. Damn, you know what I didn't do in that game? I didn't log on to get those. Do they still have those costumes?
Yeah, I think so.
Those outfits?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll be
Should have
I'll
hopped
be
on.
right back, you guys.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
to finish this segment out, they also show on the website, they show all of the top free games offered for PS Plus. So that's kind of cool. And if you do this form or whatever, it's not really a form, you just sign in. You can also get a complimentary theme for your PlayStation 4 for the year of 2020.
Right, until March 2nd.
Yes, it is out until, is that the date?
Yeah, March 2nd, 2021.
Yep. So again, we will have the link in the description below. You can go check it out. All you got to do is just sign in with your PlayStation account, PSN account. It's through like Sony and PlayStation, so it's not like some third party that's kind of handling this, but just a cool little wrap up. I think these are cool.
And if I keep up the rate I'm doing this year, I'll probably be up in the ranks with Waves and Snickle pretty.
I mean, you might
Well.
beat me. You might beat us. But No, I think this is interesting because last week or 2 weeks ago, I forget when it was, we were talking about that third-party site that used PSNP data to kind of
Right.
do something similar to this. Not as detailed, but it was something similar.
Right.
Dude, I don't get why PSNP can't just throw shit like this together.
It's simple.
They
It should be simple for them. They have all the math.
They have the data. I mean, the only thing that I can't see that they have absolutely, or maybe they have it in the background, but they don't show it, is like time you're actually playing the game.
Right.
Because they're just tracking when you earn trophies and your gap between when you're getting trophies. So I don't know if they actually track like the amount of time you play the game. So that's kind of cool to do in the wrap up. But like PSNP could easily do a wrap up of the number of trophies you earn. They could do graphs for rarities and stuff like that. Could be easily done by them. I don't know why they don't, but I guess because they don't have to, because other places are doing it. But yeah, that's that. So we can get on to the final topic here.
Came back just in time.
Perfect. So we can get on to the final topic here. Which is kind of just this kind of came up because there was didn't this come up like a week ago or something, or like maybe it wasn't a week ago.
Last week for the Reddit users buying the GameStop.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I skipped over that one. So yeah, there was the whole debacle that happened last week with unless you've been living under a rock, you would know that this happened, but the US stock market had the whole issue with short sales of GameStop stock and Reddit users going on and essentially short squeezing these hedge funds. We were not going to get into the details of like what everything means, but essentially billionaires were trying to sell stocks and make money off of it, and people swooped in and raised the price of the stocks so that they couldn't make money off of it anymore. So with that being said, there was a lot of self-made millionaires that came out of this, and it seems like they're
giving back.
They gave back by buying Nintendo Switches for children's hospitals, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, I saw this earlier today while I was eating dinner, actually, and it was somebody in Michigan. He donated 6 Nintendo Switches plus games to the local children's hospital, and somebody in Texas did it as well. And they actually went to GameStop and bought it too, all the stuff.
That's funny.
And he said they don't want to be like the corporate billionaires that they were fighting against. That they should actually get back to the community, and anybody who made money off this should get back a little bit and help out. He's like, it may not be a lot, but this will bring the smile to children in hospitals. But it's just the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
You know. But I thought it was a really cool thing for them to do, and people are calling them like, you guys are the true Robin Hoods, because that damn site, you know.
Yeah, that
you actually stole from the rich to get back to the people that need it.
Yeah, this whole debacle, I mean, I don't want to get into it. I've been reading so much about it, and there's just so many skeezy things that have been going on. There's obviously viewpoints both ways. I think everyone kind of is leaning on the same side, but there's obviously reasons to why things happened. There's reasons to why things shouldn't have happened, but I'm glad that there's, other than people, you know, screwing over billionaires that are making billions more, I'm glad that something else is coming out of this that's helping other people as well. And that people are doing this. And it just goes to show that if normal everyday people were given just a little bit of the slice of pie, the amount that they could do to give back to people would be phenomenal.
Oh, hell yeah.
This whole like situation with the GameStop stock is insane.
Because
it's like people are made like generational wealth with how much money they made off of that. Like shit that like takes like what used to take like 20 years worth of like generations just like building off of each other's wealth. Mm-hmm. The people have done it in one day with the GameStop stock. It's insane.
It's crazy. It's definitely crazy, and if you guys haven't read about it, I mean, just Google it. There's articles, there's videos, there's so much information about it.
There's billionaires actually crying.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much, just because like we are not like a financial like podcast.
No,
We should.
but
I don't know it.
It's,
I don't know what you're technically supposed to say, but we're supposed to disclose that we're not financial professionals if we like talk about it for like legality reasons. But I find it so funny because these people that are apparently losers on the internet are beating billionaires at their own game, and
right.
now they want
I just want to bring this topic up, you know.
Yeah, now they want to call for a rule change, but like I said, I think the more phenomenal thing is that these people that are making all the money are giving back. Those are the type of people that need to be involved in like the U.S. government.
Oh yes, 100% agree.
Definitely.
But
you know,
I hope some good comes out of it, because like there's people who made money off it. Well, like some good has already come out of it, but like there are people that could probably like run for like politics or whatever off of the money that they made off of that.
Oh yeah,
or something.
For sure. I mean, there's definitely different things that people will do with their money. I mean, I just hope that these people. I just find it funny because these people that got beat are supposed to be like professionals at this, and they got beat by these people that apparently know nothing about anything. But
now the rules now they want the rules changed.
Yeah, now they want the rules changed.
That was the whole point of this topic being brought up, is about how the good came out and how they're giving back and helping out children. You know, I know some people were donating Nintendo Switches, games, and I think some people were actually giving like thousands of dollars. Some guy gave out half the money he earned to the children's hospital as well.
I want to put this into perspective about how easy it would be. It's kind of like off topic from like what's going on with the GameStop stocks, but how easy it would be for these giant billion-dollar companies to do small little things like this for people, and how good of a name they could make for themselves instead of just being selfish people that only care about money. They don't care if they're taking a company down with them. They don't care if they're tanking stocks. As long as they're making a buck at the end of the day, that's all they care about. And I get it. These things are businesses, and businesses need to make money, but there's also the other side of it, which is your reputation, the name that you have. That is a big part of being a business as well. You can make all the money in the world, but if you have a shit reputation, you have money, but you're not bringing happiness to anybody except yourself. Like, it's very selfish. And if these people who made these billions just gave not even millions, if you spent $5,000 or $10,000 to buy Nintendo Switches for children's hospitals, like these people are doing, or just gave back a crumb of what you've made, you would be celebrated. But
and you know what's funny? And these billionaires probably have better connections than anybody. They could probably get a hold of Nintendo and like, hey, I want to do so much for this, for like children's hospitals. Can you cut me a deal on how many systems if I buy so many? You know?
Yeah, they could get like wholesale value instead of getting retail.
They have enough money that they don't even have to do that.
Well, no, they wouldn't have to, but like, they totally could.
Could though.
They totally
this
could.
Just goes to show like how stupid the stock market is.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Just how dumb it is. Like, you're literally. It's such a dumb thing. I don't know. I don't want to say anything because, like how Snickle said, it's a.
That was the
legality reasons,
but was just to show some good is coming from other good is coming from us.
Yeah,
but yeah,
we can move on from it.
Good on you, Reddit users.
Yeah,
good on you. Good for you.
Good on everybody. So
I wish I could have bought some.
Let's get into the last topic here that I kind of prematurely was going to earlier. So, this happened. This came out, I mean, I guess it's been out since PS5 came out, right? But the question being raised: do you want themes and avatars for your PlayStation 5? Now, before either one of you guys answer this, I just want to mention that I get a comment on one of my videos about a day or two ago, before we came up with this topic, and the guy was asking how I got my Ezio avatar, and I just think it's just funny how this is now a topic that we're discussing. But I don't know if you want to take it away, Brian.
I didn't even know about this. I just thought this would be a fun topic that we could have like people comment below about, that try to get them to interact a little more. But I always had like a different theme on my PS4 and my 3, I believe, and I always like changing up the avatar every once in a while. But with the PS5 came out, I'm like, man, I want to mind a different theme than what they got. And then they just gave us a theme, and it's for the PS4.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, so, and I think Wave said the same thing. It's like, man, they gave us a PS4 theme. But I would like to have a theme, or like even themes I'd just be happy with.
So
I didn't notice this until like they had the Resident Evil showcase and they were like, "Oh, get your free avatar." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I went on the PS5 and I went looking for it. And that's when I noticed, like, you can't get avatars on the PS5 anymore. And then like,
no, you can't.
I went to go check on the PlayStation Store, like the web browser. You can't get it on the store either. If you want an avatar, you have to get it on the PS3 or the PS4 or the Vita, I think.
So this is actually like kind of interesting to me. So I used to do this stupid shit back in the day where on the PS3 it started, where like if I was in the process of playing like a certain game, I would change my avatar to that game that I was playing, which is kind of stupid now that I think about it. And then on the PS4, I would do kind of a similar thing, early PS4, except instead of the avatar, I would do like the theme, so that when I made like a platinum trophy video, I was using like the theme to that game, because a lot of games actually gave out themes for free. So it wasn't like hard to get a theme for a game unless it was like an obscure game that I was playing. But I just think it's interesting because it's a feature that like you would like no one thinks twice about. Like, what does it matter if I can change my avatar or change my theme? Like, I'm just customizing it myself. But now that they've taken it away from you, it feels like you've gotten like a piece of your freedom taken away. In a way.
Well, the PS3 was like cool when it came to themes because you could go like on the web browser and download themes.
That's true.
Sony like let people just do it, and you could like. I remember I had like a Dark Souls 2 one that like put tufts of fur like around the PlayStation icons and all that. And then they got rid of it for the PS4, and you had to buy them. Then they're just like not there on the PS5. I guess like on the PS5 it can't work because when you hover on a game, it like envelops the whole screen with like that game.
That's true.
But
I mean, like that game's cover art or whatever. But
I mean, I
don't know.
I have my PS4 right here. The PS4, I mean, I guess it's not the same way. Like, if you go down to like the...
Yeah, I mean, if you press down on the PS4, it'll do that. But with the PS5, like, if you just have your cursor right on the game, it changes the background to that game. If the game, like, doesn't support that or whatever, it just shows, like, a normal, like, generic PS5, like, background.
Right, and you get, like, the music and all that as well, and...
Yeah.
And it shows, I think, your status, like how many trophies you have and all that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm just looking at like PS4 games right now. If you press down, like you said, you get like the background. It's only on some games. It's not on all games, but
right.
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually like press down to do it, I guess. So it's a little bit different. But
it's the same thing with like the PS5 games, but rather than having to press down, it's always like there.
It's just interesting.
Well, to me, when I had like, if I chose a theme, it's like, okay, it's my own. It kind of made me feel like, okay, that's my own like uniqueness.
Well, some themes were like
I kind of miss it.
Yeah, I miss it, but like some themes were cool. Like I remember Like the God of War one was cool.
Oh, yeah.
It would start with like it was like the 25th anniversary one. Then there was like the there was the classic PlayStation 2 one.
That one was awesome. I really liked that one. The Women's Day one was kind of nice, actually.
I don't remember
National
that one.
Women's Day, where they had like Aloy and like all the women that were like Uncharted and all that. They're all like sitting on the couch and all that, like playing a game.
Oh, I think I saw that one. Yeah, my
The 15th anniversary one was cool too.
Yep.
Where if you like start the PS4, it plays like the PS1 boot up sound.
Oh yeah, that one was nice.
Yeah, I had that, the Legacy one. I had that one for a while. I went back to like the original. It's weird because I have this weird phase of like I like those themes, and then I sit there and I'm like, but wait, like 2 generations from now, people are going to be looking back saying like the PS4 startup theme was awesome. So then I go back to like the OG like theme because I'm just like, oh, it's classic.
I went between the PS2 one, and then I had a South Park The Fractured Butthole one theme for a while. Because I'm a big South Park fan, so
I used to change it a lot. I think I had the Devil May Cry 5 one on for a good while, and then the Resident Evil one, the PS2 one.
Oh shit! Remember when Sony would give you they gave you a special one for getting the platinum in Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, I guess it gets the. I never got my avatar for getting the platinum for, Spider-Man. Yeah.
I never got any of that shit. I never got the themes for platinums. I never got the platinum avatars for. I never got.
Yeah, because you used to play like you beat every game like a year after it comes
No.
out.
I'm not talking about that. I did it for some games. Like I did it for Horizon. I did it for like multiple new games that came out, and like they never sent it. And I was just like, I don't fucking care. Like it's whatever. All I know is the PS3 is superior in here yet again. I have to say, I got the best theme on the PS3. Everyone is always like, what's that theme? I never tell anybody because I got to keep that one under wraps. But the thing that I liked about the PS3 when it started up, if you used a custom theme, was that it always started up with like the PS3 like orchestra that plays. And then it would switch over to the theme once it booted up. So like you always got the boot up. Like
Right.
on the 4, you can change what the boot up is from like a sound. Like if you use the Legacy theme, it does like the PS1 or PS2 boot up or something.
The PS2 boot up.
Yeah, so
do you guys remember like the first PS3 boot up screen?
Yeah.
Where it was just like the ding or whatever.
Yeah. Then they changed it to the orchestra one, which is like that one's just
Iconic now.
Yeah, it's so iconic. So many feels from it, but I can't believe I can't believe this.
It's crazy that they took out. I can see why they took out themes.
Right, but not
avatars. I'm surprised.
Yeah, and like I said, it's I think it's crazy because like you don't realize until it's like that type of thing where like you don't realize how good you have it till it's gone.
Well, because the reason I went to go check for avatars was that, and then I also was the Resident Evil 8 thing, but I also saw like one of my friends list had like a Virgil one from Devil May Cry 4, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool, and I went to go look for it and in the store, and then I saw it wasn't there, and I was like, what the fuck? It's just such a weird omission, like. And then, like, the other thing, I think in one of the fucking games, not games, one of the PS5, I think it was the PS5 UI thing, they showed that you'd, like, get awards for getting, like, trophies. So, like,
right.
I think it was, like, Sackboy, if you got, like, the Platinum Trophy, you would have gotten Avatar and stuff like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that yet.
And I guess they just took that out.
That's crazy. I just think it's going to be weird. Like, I can't imagine how many questions people are going to get now. Like, how did you get that avatar or whatever? Especially people that, like, are strictly, like, started playing on the PS5. Like, they don't have a PS4 or PS3. How did you get that avatar? Right. I bought it because you used to be able to.
Yeah. You used to have a full section over, like, couple hundred pages of just avatars alone.
Yeah.
I wonder if because I forget if the avatars, because when you bought an avatar on the PS3, you would download it on your PS3 and then it would let you do it, right?
Yeah.
Did those transfer over to the PS4?
Yeah.
I know if you already had it
Yeah,
set up, but I mean if you
they
bought it and then went to your PS4, could you change it to that avatar again?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
because what I used to do, I used to buy them on the website itself. Like how you go to the PlayStation Store and the computer and all that, and you could download strictly even though it's at PS3, I could download them to my PS4.
Okay. I wonder if you can do that with the PS5, because I know I have the Crash Bandicoot one that you get for pre-ordering Crash the remasters.
Okay.
So I wonder if I could see it on the PS5 if I were to change my avatar.
That's a good question.
Try it. Let us know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I just think it's such a freedom that why take it away? It seems so basic. I mean, you have basic things like social medias or even Steam where you can change your avatar to whatever the fuck you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean making you pay for the avatar in general was kind of weird.
Oh yeah, it was that part was definitely weird, but it became normalized, but it's the whole fact of so many other essentially anything else that uses an avatar is just free, upload whatever you want to. It's crazy that they don't give you that option to upload something, or if you have it on a USB, you can use it as your avatar. It's just so strange that they it's almost like they pigeonholed you into or at least they used to, not anymore on the PS5, pigeonholed you into certain avatars and having to pay for them. Wasn't there a drop a year or two ago of new avatars as well on a PS4?
They dropped new avatars for the PS5.
Yeah.
Was the
you know
PS5,
what's
okay.
weird? You know what's weird though?
What?
If you bought I don't know if you get it if you buy the PS5 after the first day, but on the first day, if you bought a PS5, I don't know if this is just if you bought it directly from PlayStation, but you got a thank you note from PlayStation, and on the back it was a code for 10 free avatars.
That's only if you bought it through Sony, because
Okay.
I got mine through Amazon. I didn't get a thank you letter.
Okay, so that's weird.
And then they just remove them months later.
So
That's crazy.
So Amazon doesn't like me as much as Sony, but I talk shit about Amazon all the time, so maybe that's why.
Well,
I've been a loyal PSN customer for more than 10 years now, so Sony's gotta give me something,
yeah, that's true. Help the homie out. Give him a job. He hungry.
Give me that Need for Speed DLC.
Nah, give this man a job. He's hungry. He'll do what he needs to do. Trust me.
Yeah, I'll
Go
make
work for avatars and DLC.
I'll make a tree for you guys.
All right, I think that about wraps up our final topic for the day.
Mm-hmm.
We're pulling in on our typical time, which is never planned, but somehow always turns out to be around 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that's kind of cool.
You're welcome, everybody.
Anything else that you guys want to add before we roll out?
Well, since you kind of blew it on your stream, should we tell them what our plan is?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. We'll release info when we get within 20% of our
That
goal.
right? Okay.
But
We're close to it. So
yeah, we're getting there.
maybe next week. Maybe next week if everything goes well.
Big push, yeah. But I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been watching this, week in and week out, supporting, everyone subscribing. I mean, it's been.
I put a tweet out on the Twitter earlier this week about it.
Yeah.
On the Rogue Hunters about thanking everybody. But,
Yeah.
I know it means a lot to all of us that everybody listens and subscribes and even just comments.
Yep. I've said it since the beginning because I remember it back when like I started doing YouTube, and I remember the months of it going on. But that first 100 subscribers is legitimately, I don't know why. I don't know if it has to do with the YouTube algorithm where videos don't get, suggested to people, but like that first 100 subscribers is always like the hardest to get. And we're almost there. So just want to thank everyone that's subscribing week in and week out.
If you have Twitter, follow us on the Twitter page. We all have our links in the below. Also, we have the Rogue Hunters Twitter account. We've been messing around with that a little bit. Anytime any of us get a platinum, we've been putting it on there. What else have we been doing on that? Yeah, that's really been it so far, right? And a few
we announced
updates
when like
every so
episodes go live.
Oh yes.
Yep, there'll be a tweet when
Maybe at 100 subscribers we'll have something more to announce. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Wink.
Wink, maybe,
Wink,
but
wink.
Do you have a link to the Discord as well? Right.
Okay.
Actually, I think I forgot to put
okay.
that in there.
Well, there'll be a link to the Discord. If you want to leave any topics, discussion points that you would like us to cover in the future, you can either leave them in the comments of any of the videos. You can tweet at us on Twitter at Rogue Hunters. You can join the Discord server and say something over there. You can catch a live stream where I'm streaming and Waves and Brian are typically there. So you can suggest any of that stuff anywhere. We will more than likely see it. We'll write it down, definitely take it into consideration in future episodes.
Yeah, I think all of us kind of check it. I at least check it about twice or 3 times a day and see if anything pops up on my Twitter at least, or on the Rogue Hunters.
Yep. Yeah, you can even tweet
sure
at any of us as well.
I'm not sure who checks the YouTube. Yeah, I'm not sure who checks the YouTube one.
I typically check it.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So Waves does that part. Okay.
Waves manages the tube.
I do the Twitter.
I just exist.
Snickle, yeah. Well, you do more. You do a lot of Discord stuff.
You're our editing goblin.
Yeah, video editor. I just sit in the corner, hunchback of Notre Dame over here. edit, and then stream when free.
Hey, you know what? We all do a good part, and we're finding our rhythm. That's all that matters.
Yeah, team effort. So, if you do enjoy this, though, again, be sure to leave a like. Let us know down in the comments below. Share this with your friends or family or wherever you want to share it.
Tell your mother to watch it.
Yeah, watch it with her. We greatly appreciate it. But if she's
not
watching
cool.
it with
She
you,
watches on her own account.
if she's watching it with you, though, you have to watch it on a different device because we can't be giving you a 2-for-1. Like we need the views, so you're gonna have to watch it on 2 different devices.
You better take out that iPad.
Or the Apple Watch, whatever works. We need the view.
Apple Watch. Take out that Google Glass.
Put us up on the big screen. Mama,
I'll do it.
Mama, I made it.
I've done it before. I put him on a 50-inch screen while he was streaming.
Sheesh, I don't even want to imagine what I look like there. I'm probably real
Imagine how
size.
you sound like you're just like screaming through the entire house.
No. What game was he playing? Oh, he was playing 5 Dates.
Oh, that shit was probably awful. No, that game was fun. I'm not gonna lie, that game was kind of funny to watch.
I told you it was good.
Oh yeah.
I told you it was gonna be good.
I need to find some more bullshit like that. But not
Then you follow it up with
lies.
telling lies. Like, come on, Snickle, what you doing?
Telling lies was a mistake.
Right. Well, thank you everybody for listening and watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I guess we'll see you all next week.
Yes, we will. Have a good week, everyone.
See ya in a week. Bro, I had to pee 3 times throughout that entire time.
I gotta take
Every time I
piss.
left, every time I left, I had to take a piss.